ecological issues. They affect us all. And so, tonight on Second Nature, we'll be recycling some old nature footage.
So there you go, people. Don't want to hear it. It's Lady Di's responsibility. And if Lady Di can't get it out, then I guess we're both fucked. Hallelujah. Praise Jesus. We both got fucked with no lube. Ooh, ooh, ah, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Bang, let's start the fucking show, eh?
You're going to jail.
I will never leave YouTube.
I don't give a fuck about the fucking law. I'll beat your ass.
Don't come to my trailer again. You will be banned.
I'll beat your ass.
You officially entered the wet panty zone.
Folks, thank you for joining me once again for another Weirdo Wonderland. And oh my goodness, do we have some tea to spill tonight, folks? Updates, as if tonight wasn't good enough. If you had joined me on my last impromptu live stream, you know that YouTube apparently slapped me in the pecker for, let's put it up there again. Misleading titles. Here, I think I gotta go this way. Give me a sec, folks. I'm a one-man show. Can you hear me out there? How you feeling out there, folks? So my channel was stripped of its monetization because misleading titles. Folks, I still to this day, as you saw on the other screenshot, I had reached out to them on Twitter and they said they can't be specific and tell me exactly what videos were guilty of this heinous charge. But folks, it's not the end of the world. It's only 30 days. I've scrubbed the titles. I still have no idea exactly what I did, but I removed hashtags. Actually, I think Adam, he had a good idea that when I was making some jokes about the whole Reverend situation, the bald spot, that I did put some tags about Rogaine for Rev down that went to Rogaine products. So, I mean, maybe that was it. I don't know. I removed them. I was just like, fuck, whatever, YouTube. Whatever it wasn't serious enough to actually give me any kind of infraction. Or, as long as I'm not monetized, it's cool, I guess. But whatever, 30 days, folks, 30 days. Not a big deal. Like I said, it's completely secondary to me. But I know you all love the gifts and the, the fucking getting the chat up there and all that kind of stuff. So look, folks, we're going to do it this way. Give me a sec here. We're going to pretend that we have super chats. I'll put that up there. That works the same. We got the gifts. We got all that kind of stuff if you so desire. But folks, remember, it is not necessary. I'll pin it for people that want. There we go. If you want to, you can do it. You can send your silly messages, comments, concerns. You can tell Secular Opinion he's a fucking asshole. Yeah. So how y'all feeling out there tonight? What's going on? There's been a few things going on. Actually, there's a few things going on I didn't want to forget about. So I actually jotted a few things down. But first things first, folks. You see, tonight we're mixing it up again. The other day I got a taste for the Ryan Gingy. So I got some Crown Royal tonight with some ginger ale instead of the Heineken. Yeah, I'm feeling that tonight. And that's the kind of night it's going to be. We're going to have a little sippy sip. Maybe a little puffy puff, depending on what you're into. Whatever your thing is, I'm not here to judge. But folks, wow, we got some stuff to cover. Now, if you had watched that live stream I was just mentioning, you know that I gave you a special treat. Thanks to Lusty McButt, who actually reminded me of a little gem from days gone by that I had completely forgotten, because I think that night I had a few Ryes and Gingers or Heinekens or something, because you'll tell when we watch it. Oh.
I'm sorry, Wilson donated $5. Shout out to the 12-time Forks. Get your shit together, Kentucky CPS. Vaughn's coming for that Ric Flair title.
All right. Well, folks, with that, we thank you very much, Wilson. We're going to address the elephant in the room, and no, I don't mean Shanny. We'll get to that in a second. But we got Vaughn's kids. I know that's at the top of everybody's agenda tonight. There were some rumors, there was speculations, there was hopes, there was dreams. Folks, I'm here to confirm. Whoever had late January in the poll, go over to Trolls, Haters, and Naysayers and collect your reward. Vonhelton has officially lost his kids. Yet again. I'll say that again. I'll repeat it. Vonhelton has, in fact, lost his children once again. I do apologize if you hear the fan going. Again, folks, I usually don't smoke and whatnot in the house, so I got the front fucking door slit open with the fan going. But, folks, yes, Vonhelton has lost his kids again, and all I can say at this point is, if anyone's surprised, it involves shit on the floor yet again. Okay, how many months in between did Marcia say that it would go? Like a few months till it got to the point of rotten melons and shit on the walls. So it looks like we're there again. Now listen, don't take it from me. Thanks again to Lusty McButt. She clued me in tonight, Vonhelton, in a live hangout. Dished the beans, so to speak. So we're gonna have it right from the horse's mouth. We're gonna come up. Now, we're not going to have it right away because, you know, I like to save the best towards the end, but I'm not going to make you wait too long. There's just a few things we have to cover, if you will indulge me. The bulk of tonight, like I was starting out saying, we're actually going to continue from that classic Debate Coliseum live stream. Now, if you can imagine it, folks, I don't know what it was, if it was a full moon or if the stars were aligned just right, but once upon a time, there was a live stream where you had Vonhelton, Gabe Riviera, Annabelle, and myself in it. And we had just we just scratched the surface of it the other day, so we're going to continue with that later. But folks, like I said, first things first. A few other points to address. Speaking of Shanny, ooh, what's going on over there? So I see Rev actually just posted a video. Newsflash, Dragnot's a piece of shit. And according to them, everybody's driving her to suicide because apparently on some show called The Morning Wood, they were laughing and talking about something that offended Shanny. And she was so distraught and appalled by it. Of course, the first place she ran was YouTube to make a video, just like when they were exposing pedophiles, right? Did they call law enforcement or the FBI? Or no, of course, first thing they did is ran to YouTube and make a video about it because that's what you do, right? Just like, you know, how YouTube was destroying their lives and the trolls were getting involved in their lives. And where's the first place they went to advertise their OnlyFans? Folks, come on. Oh.
Secular's daddy donated $5. The 12th time is the charm. Hopefully Stinky will whine about this for quite some time. This is Dragnok. I just wanted to use all the characters. Titty sprinkles. Unicorn farts. I have 70 characters left. Krista gives great head. Rev is a simp. Ass.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much. You definitely got your $5 worth out of that. Folks, you too can disrupt my show by just clicking that link above. So, yeah, Shanny, you know what? I'm going to let other people handle the whole Shanny thing right now because this whole thing's turning dark when they start attention fucking screaming like what she's doing. So anyways, we're going to step away from that. Update on Emo and the Lady Dye situation. So Lady Dye did finally contact PayPal, got a hold to a young gentleman in India that was kind enough to help her out. And, I mean, he sent it to some old dead account. Who owns the account? Who could get into the account? Who sent money through what account? We still don't really know. It's still a little bit fucking shaky that way. But one thing we know for sure, one thing that I definitely clearly pulled from that conversation was the fact that Emo at any time could have clawed back that payment, and he was just being a fucking cunt. Sorry for my language, but I mean, that's what he was doing. So at the very least, he's guilty of being an asshole and making this whole thing traumatic for Lady Di, right? So, but the good thing is the money has been reversed. The bad news is we're back to square one where the money is in Emo's hand and Lady Di has nothing. So the debt is still at $1,600. the gentleman on the phone said he was going to do it that day. Now, if that takes so many business days, I'm not sure how a retraction of a payment works. But all I know is Emo has not come forward and said he's got the money. In fact, he was on live stream tonight screaming, calling Lady Di basically a piece of shit. And, I mean, I guess that's what you get for lending the guy $1,600. But all we know is the ball is back in Little Emo's court, so look forward to phase 2 of the scam, where he claims he either never got it or there was some kind of complication. And, yeah, she's never going to see her $1,600. Folks, this Tuesday, 5 p.m., very special guest. We're going to have Bite-Sized Cobra on for a little sit-down. He's doing it as a favor for me. I'm going to answer some questions about Cobra lore, take a look at some of his favorite cuts, my favorite cuts, and have a good time. So if you like all things King Cobra, you're going to want to check that out. It's not going to be a long time, but I hope it's going to be a good time. I'm guaranteed it's going to be a good time. So we're going to have some fun with that. But I've done enough babbling. I'm actually getting dry here. I need another sip. I hope, listen, go get your frosted mugs, because I'm going to ease you into it tonight, folks. Because we got a couple other things to check in. But yes, we do have confirmation. The kids have gone. If you're just joining the party, folks. Oh, that's Vonhelton coming for me, I think. But he has confirmed from the horse's vagina itself. Vonhelton has confirmed, yes, folks, the kids are gone again. So, like I said, if you had late January in the poll, you'll want to go over to Bite-Sized Cobra, or what am I talking? I got Bite-Sized Cobra on the brain now. Or you're going to have to go over to Trolls, Haters, and Naysayers and collect your prizes. All I'm trying to say. Fuck, I'm done. I'm done, folks. We need a musical segment right now, I think. This would be the perfect time. Folks, the #1 requested musical talent that I feature on here has put out something brand new. The #1 talent on YouTube who's actually given me permission to use his stuff because you love it. Thank you for coming, folks.
Yeah, much love to the fans. It don't stop, won't stop with things. Yeah, know, straight up though. Fans, it's time to take the lows to Hollywood with things. Yeah, know, as I continue doing what I does with things, you know, never, ever gonna stop with things, you know what I'm saying? For reals though, you know, straight up though, you know what I'm saying? Push with all the fans for life with the things, you know, straight up though, you know what I'm saying? For reals though, never gonna quit with things, you know what I'm saying? Loving all the fans with things, yeah, know, for reals though, you know what I'm saying? As I keep on pushing with things, you know, for reals though, never ever
Shanny for Christ donated $5.
you know what I'm
You
saying?
guys are going over everything I put on the internet. You're raping me. How many times do I have to be raped? Pay no attention to the fact that I raped her when he was too wet-brained to give consent. For reals do.
To keep on pushing with things, you know, for reals though, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, much love to all the fans as it don't stop, it won't quit with things, you know, lows continue to keep on pushing with things. Fans, take the lows to Hollywood with things as he never ever gonna quit with things, you know what I'm saying? For real stuff, you know, straight up though, God bless the fans, yeah.
We'll be right back after these messages.
That's what I was supposed to do, take it. Oh, fuck you, Snowflake.
Second or third mostly around here. It's always gang stalking. That's here.
All right, folks. So I don't want to spend too much time on Targeted Citizen because I've been spending a lot of time on him. But I'm telling you, this guy is unhinged. I mean, he's just getting crazier. So last time we were checking it out, he confronted a guy in a red Mustang in the Walmart parking lot and screamed at him that he's armed and afraid for his life, and it was a whole fiasco. So the reason I showed this and I allowed the license plate because I wanted to make it clear, if you don't remember just from looking at the Mustang, that it's obviously not the same Mustang. But by looking at the license plate, this is a totally different guy. And he is now confronting this guy in public. Oh, but it gets better. I'm just going to let the cat out of the bag because I don't know how much I really want to watch this stuff because it's just fucking insane. He's actually blaming his wife now of being a perp. Claiming that she got paid off with some secret gift cards that he caught. And that they have now infiltrated his house. And his very wife is now working for the shadow agency. You know, this grand agenda to drive him insane, right? Now, it would all be very sad watching a man, you know, descend this downward spiral. Except for, again, is he crazy or crazy like a fox? Because even though his wife is still a perp, he still puts out her name on the PayPal account and uses her email. So figure that out. We'll get to that. Well, I'll show you a little bit more of the scam. You know, because there's always sections where I can show where it's very, very clear for people that can't see through it. Because on the surface, he just seems crazy. Especially doing shit like this. Folks, this is dangerous.
Yep, I got him. Got him. Got him. I got you. You think you gotta fly down this fucking road like it's a drag strip every day? Longview talked to you 2 weeks ago about it. Every time you went by my house, I motion you, please slow down. Listen, my truck's loud just as much as your car's loud. But I'm courteous to my neighbors. My windows at my house are rattling right now. Freaking gang stalker. Got his ass. Another one. See, no.
You notice when he was confronting that guy, he said, I talked to you about this 2 weeks ago. So I'm pretty sure, I don't know, I think he's alluding to the first time, the guy in Walmart, which was a completely different dude with a different red Mustang. I'm just throwing that out there, like, wow.
Ride in the same kind of cars. See? Mustang convertible. Now some of you guys will say, well, you got the wrong guy at Food Line or at Walmart. You picked the wrong guy. No, I didn't. Because what they'll do, see, look at all the look at all of them now. Look at all of them, all these burgundies and blacks. That's what they do. Yep. All of them, see them? That's what they'll do. They'll be in different vehicles, but they look exactly the same. That way, if cops go up and pull them over, then they'll say, it wasn't me. I ain't been through here all day long. I ain't, nuh-uh. That way, and when the cops will always pull over the wrong guy and mention who it is, mention what's going on. Oh, I haven't been by. That's part of the program. It's just like when targeted individuals, and I'm sorry, the screen's sideways. It's my fault, because I'm very upset right now. That's the reason it happens. Like that. That's like, as targeted individuals, they all buy the same looking cars. Corollas, Hondas, Ford Focuses, they'll all be either silver or red or black or burgundy. They all look the same. So we'll fall for it. So they can say, oh, I've only been by one time today. I don't drive by your house. I have no idea what you're talking about. This is what they do. Hear you? See, already being loud. 30-day tag on that car. Now you guys know about 30-day tags, don't you? There goes the black Camaro. You just saw it. That's the one I got the other night. When the Mustang's going around, the black Camaro does too. Why? Because they sound the same. Now, let's talk about dealer tags. Let's talk about 30-day tags. Let's talk about no tags at all. Or tag lights that don't work at all. See, now I'm hitting the root of the problem, aren't I? Why? And that Mercedes, that's one as well. Listen, because we can't trace them. We can't track them. I can take that goddamn dealer tag he's got on his car, and it means nothing. it'll trace back to no one. Why? Because the FBI, in conjunction with InfraGard, they print up their own tags. They do anything they want, and there's no accountability. And I guarantee you that boy's fingers that I just recorded, his fingers are the same goddamn fingers that was in that goddamn Acura that recorded the directed energy weapon behind his freaking seat. Now, anybody else would come out raising hell, but you see, he wasn't going to do that. Oh, no. I couldn't hold on to the camera because I didn't know if I'd have to defend myself or not. And at the moment, I am fit to be tied. The perps have been in my van. Didn't know how they were getting in. I told you the other day, me and Mason found the side door. You okay, man? All right, if you need me, give me a call, okay? Didn't know how the perps were getting in the side door. The side door was unlocked. Well, get in there today, and they had messed with the timing on it. The timing was right. They did all the tune-up to it. Well, they messed with it. Here comes the other perp. Black, white, black, white. See all the blacks and whites? So they messed with the timing on my vehicle. See?
So this vehicle is centered to the current scam he's running right now. So just to catch you up, he buys and sells stuff is basically what he does for a living, right? And his pitch to his audience, who actually believes this bullshit, is that he's trying to sell off everything and take the boy, which actually isn't his. It's the woman that he's with. It's her son. And they're going to like pull a fucking Huck Finn or something, I guess, and he's building a fucking hillbilly ark out in his backyard. I'm not making this up. Actually, I take that back. He's actually not building shit. He's got a bunch of planks that he makes a kid pull nails from. That's all he's got going, right? But he claims this is what he's got to do. So he plays this up, and then he throws his PayPal link, which is actually in his wife's name, who's actually working for the Shadow Agency, if you're following all this, and for people to donate so he can build this ark and fucking sail away into his, apocalyptic utopia. Apparently, that's the plan, right? So the current scam is he's bought this camper, and he's selling it at a fucking absolute steal, folks. Pardon the expression. At $4,000, the Americanos, US dollars, right? So he's got someone, according to him, he's got someone who's paid a down payment. But of course, the van now, as advertised as near perfect, all of a sudden magically has all this stuff wrong with it. And of course, it's the perps. They have broken into his van at night and let some air out of the tires and fooled with the throttle body. And, well, I'll just let him explain.
That's one thing you do. Whenever you do things like you do the spark plugs and, see, perps, all of them perps, see? Anytime you do the spark plugs and you change your plug wires and your distributor cap, you always do that one at a time. Never just yank it all off and start over, because then you get your number out of order. So me and Mason noticed that the side door was unlocked, and we had no idea how that happened. So now we're fighting a timing issue. And guess what happens if your timing is off on a vehicle? It'll backfire, right? So I'm out here today. I went ahead and spent $40 more on a coil, trying to do these people right. They've already paid. So now I've spent $200 on this vehicle after dropping the price from $4,200 to $4,000. Now I'll spend another $200 trying to make it a good vehicle because the perps keep messing with it. See, look, burgundy. Yep. So, get back to my point. So, didn't know how they were getting in. Well, messing with the timing, change the coil out, trying to make it run better because they've got the timing screwed up. So now I've got to buy a timing light. They stole mine. Timing light's about $60, okay? So I'm out here, I get it running with the new coil. As soon as I get it running, I give it a little gas. See, another perp. When I give it gas, guess what happens? Blows out the muffler. So now I've got to buy a muffler because it backfired. See? Back down through again. Exactly. See? Round and round they go. Down the road and back up again. This is what they do. Why? Because they know I'm hot. They know I'm hot right now. So now, got to buy a muffler. Got to buy a timing light. So now my van, which is $4,200, is now down to $38. And I've got to buy another $38 that I'm going to make off of it. Now I've got to buy a timing light. That's $60. So I'll probably have another $100 wrapped up. Oh, plus the muffler. So now I'm down to $3,700. So my profit went from, I've just lost $500 off my top end because the perps messing with it. Now, see, another white. So let me talk about this. So me and Mason's messing with it, blew the muffler out, and that was fine. I was revving it up because I asked remember the perp at the mechanic shop. Here, I'll turn this around. Remember the perp at the mechanic shop. I took it in there to have the catalytic converter changed out to have it removed. And I said, listen, if the muffler needs to be replaced, let's put a used muffler on it. No harm, no foul. He said, okay, great. Well, because he didn't want to do the work because he's a gang stalker. Boom. Very polite, nice, polite gang stalker that still hasn't fixed my truck right. Leaves the muffler on it that's on it. That muffler stopped up just like I thought. Anytime one sits for a long time, see, notice all the tinted windows here? The last 6 or 7 cars all had tinted windows. Isn't that amazing? So, stay on base, stay on check. Okay. So, it wouldn't run because the muffler stopped up. Now, there was enough exhaust gas getting through where it halfway run. But that's the reason I had to take it off of, because it was stopped up. So, usually, when you got the original muffler from, 97, 97, 2007, 17, this vehicle is 33, 34 years old. So the muffler stopped up. So they changed the timing on my truck, on my van. I rev it up, and it was me. I absolutely meant to rev it up. I absolutely did, and blew the muffler out. So now the muffler's expanded, blew it out. So get a little upset because, this is the game. Another white. That's the game, just vandalize. So I told Mason, I said, Mason, let's just unhook everything. I said, I'm upset, and he knows when I'm upset, I can't focus. They're so loud in my head right now, and you notice how busy the traffic is. So I said, okay, let's just pick it up, get everything out of it. So I almost always have the keys. Look, and here's a gang stalker walking up the road. See, gang stalker walking up the road. They want to be right within earshot every time. Okay, he knew I left. He just thought I was still gone because me and Mason know he's always here as soon as I leave. As soon as I get ready to drive out of the driveway, he's walking by my house every single time. Probably a good idea I don't even approach right now. So, got to get my focus back. Yeah, organized gang stalking. That's just what happens. Organized gang stalking. Infraguard, go Infraguard. Gift cards, gang stalking, pays good money to target innocent people. Like it government money. Now, anybody else would say, man, you're nuts, leave me alone. But he's going to go up there and buy him a pack of cigarettes with a gift card. See the white car up there? The white car is the witness. See? Are you listening to me, target individuals? The white car is the witness. That way, if I approached him and I did anything to him, that would be the witness to say that, oh, I was the aggressor. I attacked him. You see how that works? Okay, get back to the van. I told Mason, let's get rounded up here. Him finally listening to me, he got the tools out. I still had the keys in ignition, which is, my fault. Look, another one. See, they're making rounds today. See? So, finally get all that together. Mason locks his door and shuts it. Why is that a bad thing? Because it locked my keys in the car. So now I'm panicking. Now, there was a time before that I got in the vehicle by taking the back window out, if you guys remember that. Took the back window out of the van. See, another gang stalker. Yep, Infraguard. Government money. Notice, New York. That's another gang stalker. See, white car's still up there waiting. Look at the white car. Still waiting to be a witness. Notice all the burgundies and blacks? That's the Maxima just went down the road and back again. See? Look. Gang stalkers, that's their witness right there. See? They want me to react. They want me to kill somebody in my front yard. So that right there can be the witness. You see how this program works? They'll get you into a fit of rage, and then they'll put some poor anonymous soul right in the middle to be the victim of violence. That's what they do. Be a victim of violence. See? Victim of violence. So, my son locks the door. At which point locks the keys in the van. So I said, and remember, we check the locks in this van every day to make sure they're locked up. Well, if they can get to their keys, your keys, they make copies of them. They have locksmiths that work 24 hours a day. So then I panic. Yelled and screamed, pitched a fit. Come back here to the back window to see if I would be able to pop a window loose again like I did last time. Remember, I took the ladder off and took that window out. Come back here, and this door was unlocked. Yep, unlocked. That's how they got in the side door the other night. That's how they changed the timing on the van. You can't stop these people. They're always going to be in the way. They're always going to be a mess. They're always going to make a mess. They're always going to destroy everything you got, and there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. Except fall prey to their technology. See, look at all the burgundies again. Burgundy, black, burgundy, black, burgundy, black. Look at all of them lined up. See? See? Burgundy, black. See, there's Camaro. Told you, didn't I? Told you he'd be by, didn't I? Told you he'd be by, didn't I? Told you he'd be by. How did I know he'd be by? Government money. Now, look at the burgundy car down the road there. Sitting down there. Waiting to see me. See? Sitting far enough to wait to be a witness. Now they're going to drive off. Look at that. We're sitting there quietly waiting to see me attack somebody. Now they're going to drive off. You guys are getting a college course right now in targeting 101. Targeting 101 vandalism. Look. Reds and burgundies and blacks. Look. Yes, absolutely. When I tell you there could be 30 cars involved in it, look, that same tinted SUV for the 10th time the past 10 minutes. Okay? Absolutely. When I tell you 50 cars can be involved, it'll be 50 goddamn cars. I'm not joking. Imagine how many people are just collecting welfare. Well, if you listened last night, see, another gang stalker, if you listened last night to that InfraGard, it said they have 52,000 agents working for InfraGard. See, burgundy. Again, the same burgundy one's been going around in circles. 52, and look, isn't it amazing how the traffic stopped? I came from over there to here, and the traffic stopped. Because I started photographing them. The Mustang, he came straight down and went that way instead of coming by my house again. You see how that works? You guys are watching Gang Stalking 101. So, let's go back to the van. So, I'm trusting in the Lord that the Lord's going to work it out. Lord's always going to have to work it out. This van is my ticket to freedom. My other half is absolutely a perp. Not a question, not a doubt in my mind. She's now working on my boy. Look, burgundy. How did I know it's going to be another burgundy car? See, I go to walk around and I do this. See? Yep. How did I know that was going to happen? Okay. So, he got a strike on the bus stop yesterday, on the school bus. Now, I told you he's been picked on, and nobody's doing anything. Why? Because he's the son of a targeted individual. So he's got a bunch of Mexican kids, and black kids on the bus picking on him. Because we fly Beulah May. We're going to keep flying Beulah May. But, Sweetie now told him this morning, and this is, let me go through my night last night, got through doing my recording, my filming. Silver and burgundies again. Look at that. Silvers and burgundies still. Did my recording last night. Every hour on the hour, she comes walking through the house, dragging her feet, bumping into walls, intentionally to wake me up. Intentionally to wake me up. All night long. Hour on the hour, she's waking me up. See, this is a gang stalker here. See, speed up. Yep. Flying. So, waking me up every hour on the hour. Wakes me up. So this morning I hear her talking to Mason. She's threatening to send him to boot camp because he got a strike on the bus. Can't breathe in a mask because he didn't have his mask situated just perfectly on his face. They're going to give him a strike. He gets 3 strikes, he gets removed from the bus. Look, see? Act like I'm going to walk back, and then there comes the SUVs again. So, went over the vandalism on my van. I went through the breaking and entering of my van. Went through now the loss of my van. I've lost about $500. That $500 was my solar panels and my charge controller. That's what I've lost so far. Mate being a perp. She's absolutely a perp, not a doubt in my mind. Waking me up every hour on the hour, waking me up. Another black. See, look. Black car here. And the same vehicle again.
So you can see about where we're standing with this. I don't think we have to go much further, folks. This is just getting unreal. Now, is he nutty? I have no doubt that this guy's got issues. But see, the thing to me that makes this really interesting is he's even admitted he acts this shit up. You see, the guys like this, are exploiting people who really believe this shit. This is what makes it disgusting to me. Because he has a very small audience of people who really think he's for real. Because, like I said, if we were to go to the end of this, there's always a PayPal link to help him out because he's being targeted, right? He's I had another video I was going to play, but I'm about done with this guy, where the grift is really obvious. He makes a video after this about the van again, and he's crying to his audience that he's going in the hole and he just wants to make it right for the people so people could donate to help him. And the funny thing is, he says that his wife is now a perp. But like I said, the PayPal account, all the things associated to his like money that he's garnering, he's getting from these people, is all in his wife's name. I just find that very interesting. But yeah, that was.
You guys, torpedo almost targeted citizen. Almost defeated today. I'm just almost defeated. This van 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago is what the TV said, I think. Brought it home from the muffler shop with a catalytic converter cut off of it. Straight shot it. And it ran good. We cleaned it. We hit the high spots. I haven't even detailed it out. I mean,
So long story short, the van was not as advertised, and he's mooching his audience to, get more money out of the situation, because who knows if he's even sold it. But let's move forward.
We'll be right back after these messages.
And now, Deeper Thoughts by Justin Emo Howling-Wolf.
This is what I think of it. They get off on fucking with somebody who's mentally insane in the membrane. They're all out to destroy my reputation. You deserve fucking death. I gave her back a channel and she's talking shit about me every Now we're gonna fucking play! Get off of making fun of a mentally I ain't fucking funny! And all of you deserve death! There you go, motherfuckers! Somebody that was born with brain damage! It's not fucking funny! And now I'm a piece of shit! Hated by everybody in the community! Because of the made up.
Hello?
Oh, hello. Is this Rick Berry?
Yeah, this is him.
Oh, hello. Good evening. I'm sorry to be calling you so late. I'm calling from the RSPCA. We've had reports that you've been finger blasting a dog or something.
No, I have not been finger blasting my dog. I'm trying to fuck off your fucking wankers. What? What? My chest is going now. My chest is going again. I could do this all fucking night. I could do this all fucking night, you fucking nonsense. I was gonna go to sleep. I can't be fucking asked now. Go away. Fuck off, British me. Fuck off. You fucking cunt. Well, I'm gonna be moving soon anyway, so nobody won't find out where I'm living. Yes, I'm staying in the UK. I'm not saying where I'm moving to, no. Let's get all these fucking trolls in here, cause I am fucking mad. And all the fucking police are coming to my fucking door again. You can fuck right off. You fucking oh, fuck off, dirty pumpkin. Yes, I like cheese, yes. I know where he fucking is. I can get a fucking next car. I go up there and kick the shit out of him. You fucking bunch of wankers! Fuck off, British Billy! Fuck off! You're a fucking cunt! You wait till I get a fucking car and I'll be up there to fucking kill him! I will kill him! If he has problems with Max, come and get him I did not break my fish tank. I did not break my fish tank. I have never done anything to my dog. I don't fucking watch child porn. I was telling lies to the fucking trolls. Are you calling and calling Emo a fucking pedophile? He is not a fucking pedophile! You fucking nonsense! Well, I'm not in love with him! And now he's saying, I watched child porn with my husband. No, I fucking did not! No. Whoa, calm down! Why are you using Mr. X's stuff? I'm not having this anymore. I'm not having this anymore. Fuck off, Mr. Joy! Fuck off! No, I'm not! You watch this fucking space. No, do not attack my dog again! You fucking wankers! No, I don't fuck my dog at all, you fucking assholes! My dog is underneath the fucking bed! Come on, Charles. Bring it on, bitch!
Miss having friends. I miss going to school. So I got, ooh, there you go, Vaughn. Maybe he is having actual swan. There you go. He gave a thumb up.
So I know you're all getting antsy. We're getting to it, and I do thank you folks for indulging me. We had some stuff I wanted to get through there. We got through it. So now we're getting into the Vaughn stuff. We're getting into it. We're easing into it. Like an old man easing into a hot tub. So make that cigarette last. Hang on, we're getting there. Now this particular clip is from the same hangout earlier tonight, hosted by, I call him J-Dubs. I mean, I don't know what name he goes by, whatever. Whatever. But just a couple select clips. Now just before we get to the issue at hand for the night, this is a select clip of Vaughn not only eating, which is always entertaining, but he talks about eating swans, and also settling for a few black women until his Vietnamese ladyboys show up. So enjoy this clip. It's just a few minutes, folks. And please thumbs up the video. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I love deli meat, man. We call them cold cuts where I'm from. I guess we call it lunch meat. Where you at?
Cold cuts or lunch meat, yeah.
Chicken bites from swans.
I thought when John said you live off of swan, I thought he said swans, like the bird. I'm like, Bonnie, swans? I didn't know that.
I've not. Okay, well now I've had some exotic bird.
Never had swan,
but I don't think. But I might have. You know, I mean, I've tried exotic food. See, in Ohio, in Hamilton, Ohio, where I lived, in the next city over called Fairfield, they had this place called Jungle Gyms. And Jungle Gyms, I mean, they had everything, literally everything. I mean, you wanted to eat a bat, go buy it at Jungle Gyms, and you can fuck her up and eat it. Yes, I mean, I'm not even kidding. Jungle Gyms specialized in exotic foods of all kinds. And so, there is a possibility that if you can eat swan, I might have done it because I've worked at Jungle Gyms and I ate their food. So, I mean, I might have had swan. You never know. Who the hell knows? But no, we're talking about the company. Swan.
Yeah.
And this is their, this is what they call chicken bites. And it's just odds and ends, really. And, but it's very good.
That's good.
Yeah. But I got to let it cool because it is very hot. But I'm going to let it cool. And
swans is good. Swans, that's not a bad.
It's a bit pricey. It's a bit pricey, but you know.
Pricey. Swans is probably the cheapest you can get, actually, wouldn't it?
Well, the thing about swans is that they can bring it to your house. You don't have to go nowhere to get it. They'll actually.
Oh, that's probably why you're paying a premium. You get the delivery.
But bringing it out on a truck, yeah, they bring it out on a refrigerated truck, and so.
How many do you get at a time? How many do you get delivered?
I usually, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I buy all different stuff. I mean, I buy ice cream, I buy chicken, I can buy.
You basically order like a big crate full of food from Swan. They just drop it off at your house.
Yeah.
Fuck me, Vaughn. Damn.
I stock my freezer, and Mom's got an upright freezer, and I stock the upright freezer full of food, and I'm good to go.
Oh, man, that's actually not too bad. You know what, Vaughn? You say it's expensive, but you probably saving yourself money by doing that.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, the gasoline, dude. If we go back to $6 a gallon,
right?
Which we really could see if this keeps going.
Well, Biden already made it pretty clear that he wants us to be dependent on foreign oil.
I guarantee you're going to see $5 easy. I guarantee you see that because we already had that. So you might even see $6. Okay, well, imagine $6 a gallon, driving all the way to Manchester and back, which is half-hour drive, that there and back. So that's actually an hour drive, right? All right, now factor that in. Now factor that in every day.
Okay.
So yeah, that much.
I just want to point out, he says every day. Like every day that you need to eat, you have to drive to town to get a Schwann's. Instead of just, getting groceries once a week, which, surprise, they already do that. They go into town once a week and get their groceries. So, I mean, it's insanity, folks.
Money adds up quick, right?
It does.
Okay. So yeah, that's a healthy chunk of money right there, man.
Yeah, I should. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was I going to say?
I don't know. I
don't know. I guess I was going to say I want to get myself a big upright freezer and just get people dropping food off in my house. Save me some money. I eat like Joshua over here. I eat way too much fast food.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll tell you, man, I love it.
Yeah.
And I get healthy stuff. I mean, ain't no junk. I get healthy stuff. Now I will get little cups of ice cream.
Yeah.
I'll show you them. Let me go get some. I'll show you.
Making me hungry, man.
I will say this. I do not like Swan's ice cream. I do think it's a little...
Never had their ice cream. I've had their chicken and all, like, long time. I've never had their stuff.
The ice cream, they come in these little cups, and you got to pull the tab up on the top, little paper top, and it comes with like a little plastic spoon, and you eat it. It's not. It doesn't have flavor to it. Oh, it's like it's a little rough. Yep, there he is. He has a little cup. Yep,
the little cups. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Exactly. You peel the thing.
Yeah, vanilla fudge and then chocolate fudge. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 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 And good stuff.
I'm not the Swan's ice cream actually, Vaughn.
Good stuff. Yeah, Schwann's ice cream. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep, Schwann's ice cream. Yeah, buddy. I get, like I said, man, I can get my ice cream, I get my meat, I get my veggies, I get everything, and put it in the upright freezer, and I'm good. Yeah.
Schwann's does it all, man. They do everything.
They did have drinks, but they stopped doing the drinks, and I don't know why. I guess
soon they're going to deliver women to your door, and you just order.
Oh, I hope so. Oh God, I hope so.
Wait for it.
You pick it out of the category. Blonde, redhead.
I was asking the guys the other day if they couldn't speed up the process just a little bit, or at least give me some black girlfriends to tide me over until the Vietnamese girls get over here. Something.
At least send me some black women until the Vietnamese women come over. That wasn't racist at all. It's good that he knows. Well, he's not white, right? He's Cherokee, so he can't be racist. But let's put that back. It's good to know that Vaughn will settle. He's willing to, drop his impossibly high standards.
I was asking the guys the other day if they couldn't speed up the process just a little bit, or at least give me some black girlfriends to tide me over until the Vietnamese girls get over here. Something, anything. I look at a guy ridiculous not having nobody now.
Yeah, it's sad being alone. I mean, I've been alone most of my life, so Vaughn, I'm used to it.
Well, you was talking to somebody last night that seemed very knowledgeable about the peace and festivals.
Oh, yeah, she's very nice, yeah.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Therefore, I implore you to join us in our efforts to service to transform lives and impact our community by supporting our various programs, events, and initiatives. Thank you for your attention, and I apologize for being over time.
Next public comment, please state your name.
Thank you for the opportunity to make public comment. Tonight I appear to you as Osama bin Laden on behalf of Mr. Gabe and the drug war Rivera.
You need to clearly state who you are.
Oh, I said I'm Gabe Rivera and I'm appearing as Osama bin Laden. Thanks for stipulating, Miss Madam President, as wish we could do so much to end the drug war as well. You can watch his videos, including this one, at youtube.com and the drug war, all one word. His music is at myspace.com and the drug war, all one word. And his Facebook is at facebook.com and the drug war, all one word. I'd like to thank the city and the people of Bloomington for ignoring Mr. Gabe and the drug war Rivera. Thanks to all of you, the Taliban is rich beyond our wildest dreams. We have saved up so much heroin thanks to your drug prohibition that we are set for life.
So, just a little context here, folks, just before we get into the big news of the evening. I know everyone's holding out. Thank you for your patience. We're getting into it next. But this is just a little context. Now, again, if you had caught the live stream that I did, what was it, Wednesday, I guess yesterday, whenever it was, and we ended up delving into that epic live stream where it was Vonhelton, Gabe Riviera, a.k.a. this guy, Annabelle, and myself. We're going to get into that. So you had probably already seen this because I played this the other day if you were part of that stream. But for people that hadn't, I just wanted to give you a little context of the type of character we're going to be getting into tonight. Because, folks, we are approaching the apex, but we have not even reached the tip of the iceberg yet here, folks. I know I misused that. Anyways, whatever.
But we also let the Americans cultivate as well. It's the least we could do for allowing them, for them waging a war which drives up the prices. Let's face it, as Mr. End the Drug War knows, the American people are gullible. It's no secret that the CIA set up the Taliban and are using them to satisfy their cronies in the military-industrial complex through the thirst for profits through war. But like I said, the American people are gullible. For example, the 9/11 attacks, so easy a caveman can do it. A funny coincidence is the Carlyle Group's annual investor meeting was going on during the 9/11 attacks, where my family, the bin Ladens and the Bush family, were congregating because they both are members of that business, which is a military-industrial complex. You could say the 9/11 attacks were fireworks for our event. But I'm the black sheep, also the one that makes all the money. It's like, that's a strange coincidence that the Carlyle Group was meeting that day. Like when Hinckley's brother, the Reagan's assassin, was meeting with a Bush brother. And the Hinckley's father has associations with Mark David Chapman, who shot John Lennon through World Vision, and who also helped create the Jim Jones massacre. WorldCom's the CIA front company. Speaking of suicide cults, the US military has more people committing suicide than killed by the enemy. I suppose if I was waging wars on the poor on behalf of the Satanists like the USA, I'd kill myself too. But I'm a suicide bomber leader. 2 weeks ago, Mayor Cruzan spoke at the Unitarian Universalist Church at a book review about militarism and the environment. The iron is no one has done more to destroy the environment than the mayor and the Unitarians, as the swaths of the bypass, destruction around the bypass, is a constant testimony right around them. And as the mayor's policies on real estate development turned Bloomington into something resembling Circle Center Mall.
All right, so he goes on and on like this. Now, folks, he is at the Bloomington City Council meeting, right? Like just where where you get the public gets to air their fucking addresses or whatever to whatever issues. So you'll notice that I love the expression on the guy that's sitting beside him, just watching this whole thing go down. But you notice that the place, you can hear a pin drop, right? And I actually want to skip to the end because the look on the lady's face, I just want to explain something. Let's just jump to the end here. All right, this is the end of his diatribe. Let's take it from there.
Jews are the new Nazis, same as they ever were. Thanks for letting me make public comment.
Further public comment?
Notice she is stone-faced. This doesn't even faze these people because this is like almost a daily, if not weekly, event for them. I mean, this guy, I'm telling you, he shows up to town halls with his guitar. He sings songs. He's a trip. And we're going to have more of them coming up with Vonhelton, Annabelle, and myself. Oh my goodness, folks, can you hardly contain yourselves? Thank you for joining me this evening on yet another romp through the Weirdo Wonderland.
You know the trolls are...
You thirsty bastards, this is what you came for. So Vonhelton, we speculated, we could tell there was some signs. Not only was the door left open for several days, which he's been locking his children away from the toilet, of course, so he could do live streams, but that was suspicious, but it was more than that. Now, you remember last time the kids went on, quote, vacation. Vonhelton, he was a new man. He was rolling in money. The gods were looking after him. He lost 20 pounds. Well, we knew something was up because now he's changed his name to Lightbringer Vonhelton. He's no longer the die-cast hero. His hair was actually back in a ponytail, folks. And he changed into that shirt, which now he's been wearing for a few days. But at the time, or at least a couple days, at the time it was fresh. And that's a big step forward with Vaughn. We knew something was up. He was reinventing himself. He was reborn. And completely unconcerned. Yet very evasive of anybody asking him where the kids were. Because rumor was out there. CPS came a knocking and things weren't right. Something else was up because he had to get up early in the morning and do something with Angie's List or some fucking Craigslist or something, which usually meant he had to find a cleaner. So taking that it's been 11 times, at least to my count, before that this has happened, and what the Frost had told us about within months, the state of disarray that this, like, just absolutely disgusting depths that this place could fall within a few months. Remember, he was bad sick, folks, in bed with the shakes, and that melon time elapsed itself and fucking rotted to the floor. Heat vents so full of feces, heat vents collapsed under the trailers, and a professional would refuse to crawl under and fix them because they were full of kids' shit. Just like the first time when Vaughn got his kids taken away, there was shit found in their hair. Yet again, he falls victim to shit. I kid you not, folks. You cannot make this stuff up. It cannot be scripted. Thank you for joining me. But let's let Vaughn tell the story of what went down.
We're gonna go after you for that. Every time we see him, he's got a piece of pizza. He must have left that pizza in the fridge for a month.
Vaughn, I don't know what you did to me, Vaughn. I don't know what you did to me. But last night when I did my show, I had every troll come out of the woodwork.
Oh, really?
And I go back and I look at your video and you're like, oh, okay, I'm ending my show. Go check out John Gishwa. You basically told all the trolls to come to me.
Yeah, well, but I had good people in there too. So I mean,
yeah, good people too. Yeah,
I was telling the good people to come and check.
It was so funny though. I'm like, what's going on here? What's going on?
Well, now I got up at 1 o'clock and I killed a few trolls, but I don't think I got them all, unfortunately. But I knocked out a few of them.
Man, you have a lot of haters, man.
Yeah, I do. When you got a prophecy over your head, man, you're going to get hate.
Yeah.
You know,
and they came in and they almost got me. They're like, they were like saying, "Oh, ha, we screwed your friend Vaughn. We got his kids taken away again for the 12th time." And I'm like, what's going on? That's why I sent you the message last night. Are you doing okay? Because I really thought they were reporting you again.
Well, they did, but it's going to be a big fat nothing burger because the CPS worker doesn't know how to raise a dog in the house.
Okay. All right. As long as everyone's okay, that's all that matters.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. She lost her shit because I was potty training a dog in the house, and she saw the feces in the bathroom, and she absolutely lost her shit, man. She's like, oh, my God, there's dog feces in the bathroom. I didn't say a word.
Because he was potty training a dog, and there was feces in the bathroom. Now, that just doesn't even follow anyways. Just because you're potty training a dog. What does he mean? Is he making the dog shit on the toilet? Is that his excuse? Or does he mean that shit was all over the bathroom floor? I'm going to go with the latter. And knowing Vonhelton, it wasn't just shit on the bathroom floor. I'm sure that it was much, much worse for them to immediately haul the children out of the home Now, Vaughn is trying to let on like this is a temporary affair, but again, I'm going to let him explain.
One fucking word. I just let her think in her mind whatever the fuck she wants. She is way to the left. You think some of the people we deal with here on the internet are liberal? No. They don't have a candle to this one.
Well, that's what you have to be liberal.
Goddamn liberals not wanting kids to fucking live and play in shit. You know, what an impossible fucking leftist standard.
To work for CPS. I mean, to believe
pretty much.
Think that you have the authority to destroy someone else's family. I mean, you have to be a fucking leftist,
exactly
you know?
right. And there's nowhere in the Kentucky State Constitution to abide for that anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But she just.
Oh, but J-Dubs, he's not an enabler. You know, just agreeing with Vonhelton. CPS coming in, taking children. Remember, folks, these are children that smelt so bad the state had to intervene. The school actually believed. The kids smelt so fucking bad. How bad do you got to smell when government agencies feel they have to intervene on your life? Right? Like, when you smell so bad, it's actually a danger to you, right? But, no, they're not saving children. They're destroying a family because they're inconveniencing Vonhelton, which actually isn't an inconvenience at all because at this point, he's about as indifferent as anybody else that's been following this for a decade. Because it's just, to him, it's a spring holiday. Anyways, sorry.
Oh my God, dude! She went in there. She saw the newspaper on the bathroom floor. She saw that the puppy had used the newspaper on the floor, and she absolutely lost her fucking mind.
Well,
my God, there's no people in the bathroom.
Did they know that you had the dog potty trained? Did they know that you had the little puppy dog?
I didn't say one word, bro. I didn't say one word. I'm going to wait until we get to court, and then when we get to court, I'm going to totally own her ass. And I'm going to ask her to get her job taken away, too. Because she obviously doesn't know shit about the country. You know.
So, there again. So, he's actually got to go to court again to get the kids. Because when people were asking him in the chat, when he finally took the bait and started to answer, until another one of his enablers started, you know, anyways, calming him down, whatever. Vonhelton, I said something to the effect as, why do you think if they're away that they're not coming back? Trying to make it sound, not really answering it, but making it sound like if they're away, they're coming right back. But now he's saying they got to go to court again. Now, listen, I don't want to burst anyone's bubbles preemptively, but the chances are he's going to get them back. I mean, if not now, if not by now, when? I don't know. But I mean, this is pretty mild compared to what he's already went through. But facts are facts. The kids are gone, folks. So again, whoever had late January in the poll, winner, winner, chicken dinner, you get your prize. Vonhelton didn't even make it to the end of the first month of the new year.
Damn thing. I would love to see this chick. I would love to see this chick clean out a horse stall. I'd love it.
I would think that she would do some investigation, like find out whether you have a dog, whether you know.
Are you kidding me? No, man. These are hardcore. I mean, how many times have you asked the liberal here on YouTube, hey, go research it? No, I'm not going to research it. You got to provide the research. I mean, how many times have we experienced that, John? Come on.
Yeah, it's called burden of proof, Vaughn. So when you make like asinine, idiotic, moronic claims, the onus is on you to back it up with evidence, not just headlines that you read. Right? He doesn't understand that. He doesn't.
You know that. They're not going to research shit.
I hear you.
They're not going to research a damn thing. But I kept my mouth shut because it's clear this chick ain't never been in the country. She's never seen. She obviously has no pets, no kids. Okay, and because she knows nothing about nothing, and
so shoveling horse manure in a stall and not knowing anything about the country. Like, what's the country got to do? Like, I know I've lived in the country. I know people who live in the country. It is not like normal to have fucking dog feces strewn about your fucking house. That's not country living, Vaughn.
And so I let her sit there and think whatever she wanted to think, man. I'm sure that them gears is turning in her head. Oh my God, them kids are gonna die. And you know, I mean, I used to clean out horse stalls when I was a kid.
Yeah, bullshit.
That was part of my duty as a kid on the farm. You got to clean out the horse stall. Well, what's a horse stall full of? Horse manure. You know, I mean, that's what it is. Cow manure, horse manure, pig manure. I mean,
Yeah, that's fine when you're out where the animals are taking their shit. But the idea is you don't bring the horse into your house and let him shit one end to the other. Like that's the part that Vonhelton is missing from this fucking story, folks. Right? He didn't bring the trigger into his mom's living room and take a dump in the middle and let the kids fucking play in it. That's the difference.
that's what we done. We cleaned it out. You know, you got to get that out of there, which you do.
Yeah, they're dummies, you know.
Yeah, so all that had absolutely nothing to do with the point. The fucking CPS... The long story short, this is what happened. The CPS showed up. They did their check-in. The place was a fucking mess. The fucking kids were locked in their rooms again, fucking writing on the walls or whatever the hell they do, right? Jerry's fucking pushing the broom, watching Fox News and the Weather Channel. And now they have this fucking dog running around, and it's fucking full of fleas, and it's fucking shitting all over the place, and absolutely nobody's picking it up. There's probably was bare footprints in a dog fucking shit pile. If you could use your imagination, folks, you know, kids running it, kicking it, fucking, it's fucking strewn through their hair, fucking, just everything you could imagine. That's what they saw.
They dummies.
And so yeah, I'm going to totally own her in court, because it's clear she's never had a pet. Especially an inside pet, and it's clear she's never been on a farm. It's clear she doesn't have children.
It's clear that she doesn't have an IQ over 20.
Well, the thing of it is, she is definitely in the wrong profession. She's in the wrong profession. She needs to get out of that job and get into a job more suited to her knowledge base. Because she knows nothing about nothing, bro. She knows nothing about the farm. She knows nothing about kids. She knows nothing about nothing. And as we used to say, nothing from nothing leaves nothing. You got to have something if you want to be with me. But yeah, man, she don't know nothing. Don't know nothing. But I let her think whatever she wanted to think. And then when I go to court, I'm just going to totally own it.
I worried, I was worried about you. I was like,
don't worry about a thing, man. The gods are in control, remember? And I'm the mouthpiece. Now, for whatever reason, John, they picked me. I don't know why. They drafted me, son. Okay? I was drafted.
I have to be honest with you, man. You get fucking pounded on.
Well,
Speaking of what? I was going to say something. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you don't get any flack unless you're over the target, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I guess.
Exactly. Now, what did you say, Josh?
I was going to say, speaking of left wing and right wing, right now we got Ted Cruz and AOC agreeing with each other. Speaking of the divides, we got Ted Cruz and AOC. I'm sharing my screen right now, John, if you can...
If he just made like a throwaway account, he'd be in here by now.
All right.
I know, but...
So we're going to get to some classic shit here. But folks, yes, to cap that off, from the horse vagina lover's mouth himself, from his God's lips to your ears, the kids are gone again. Confirmed. CPS came in, did a check. Fucking house was a mess. The fucking kids are left to their own devices, doing their bullshit. Locked out of his room so he can do fucking horse vag and kitty fucking mods to his Skyrim, and they can't use the bathroom, so they're doing their thing, and there's dog shit all over the fucking house, all over the trailer, fucking stuck to the kid's feet, he's spitting on the fucking floor. We've seen it. I mean, this is just everything we've seen lately, so it's not, is it any surprise? I mean, this is Vonhelton, folks. So we'll see how this plays out. I guess we're into a new saga. Fucking 12th or 13th time is the charm, I guess, as people are saying out there. Folks, please thumbs up the video if you want to give a shout out to Kentucky CPS. So here we are, folks. If you saw this the other night, this is where Vonhelton is just entering the hangout. Now, to give it a little context. Now, if you did see it, we did watch past this a little bit. So it's going to be a little bit of a review for anyone who saw this the other day. But it's worth it, and there's so much gold in this. It's fucking crazy. So if you want rage, you want argument, you want Vonhelton at his fucking finest, you're going to get it right here. Plus, we got Gabe, We got Annabelle. We got Secular Opinion. We got a cast of characters in here. So Vonhelton, as usual, has people blocked in the chat. Can't get into the fucking hangout. Sorry. And is raging in the comments. And we finally explained to him for the umpteenth time how to do it. And he comes in. Folks, thank you for joining me. Let's get into it.
This is
like 3 seconds.
Look, we're dealing with Vaughn. What do you expect?
Tell him about my bald spot, Secular.
It's okay, I'm turning gray.
What's that?
You remember that bald spot I had in that A4 hangout?
Yeah, what's up with that? Like a gray spot or something? Yeah, inside of your head you had a bald spot. Yeah, what was going on with that?
Where did it go?
Mandela effect.
Oh, right.
What, did you buy hair implants then?
No, I had a huge bald spot in the side of my head and 2 bald spots up here as though something went through my brain and went through out here, and now it's gone. Several hundred.
Do you think you were abducted by aliens?
I would say it was some sort of directed energy weapon to zap my fucking brain.
Okay, he's trolling. I'm calling it. He's trolling. He's trolling.
Okay, but Secular saw the bald spot.
He's trolling everyone.
I did see the bald spot. I have to
So
actually
basically,
confirm that.
you're getting old, but you want to pass it off as some kind of nuclear warfare on your head.
Where did it go?
It's a common delusion.
Sure.
I
Yes.
think I can actually see my gray hair in the camera.
This wasn't gray hair. It was a large bald spot in the side of my head that is now gone.
That's right. I think it may have been done by clippers by your girlfriend at the time, but I can't prove that.
Jesus. Good one. Vonhelton?
Vaughn, my buddy, my crazy motherfucker.
Oh, wow.
Oh, here we go. The shit show begins.
Oh my God! Fucking Google, please put a search function in your blog.
It's because you're illiterate. That's why.
No, it's because Google doesn't have a. No, it's because Google doesn't have a search function in their block list, and I can't fucking. When you've got legions of fucking haters that are on your list, and your list is a mile long, you can. Wait a minute, and it's not in alphabetical order either. Okay, so let's go down the list. They need a search function. Hey, Google, you need a search function. Annabelle's going to talk over me, but maybe you can still hear me.
I'm just going to sit back here and watch this carnage.
Control
Man, we already went over this before, and we helped you do it. You hit Control F, and it goes right to that.
Okay, let me finish. Okay,
we did it with Gus Belanger.
Let me at least get a word in before he starts again. For fuck's sake.
Oh my fucking God! I can't even talk to fucking Google. Son of a bitch, Annabelle! Why you gotta talk over me every fucking 5 minutes?
Yes, I might just do that.
I might be able to get the damn thing fixed. Did you think about that?
Just to annoy you, I'm going to talk over you every time you speak. Yes. That's
This is great. I can't speak.
30 seconds.
He's hot.
I know.
He's so fucked.
Calm down. You're going to have an aneurysm.
Last time you tried to unblock Gus, your son, he told us to just hit Control F. He was in here, Vonhelton Jr., your son. He showed us how. It went straight to Gus.
Fuck what some fool showed you. There is no search function in the block list. There is no search function.
It wasn't just anyone. It was your own flesh and blood.
To try and find Gabe's name, I couldn't find it
All right,
goddamn search function.
Why was I blocked?
Holy shit!
Calm down. All right, listen. Let's
How
calm
did I
down,
get
everybody.
blocked?
Let's calm down, everybody. Von's here now. He's a bit red in the face. Let him calm down. Let him get his composure, and then we can start this ridiculous shit show.
The search function is not in the block list. It's part of the function of the web, of the browser.
Exactly. That's why I want Google to put a search function in the block list so that I don't take 5 fucking hours to find someone's name.
Most people don't have 575
Also,
slots.
you still a piece of
Well,
shit.
excuse the fuck out of me.
No, if you hit
I just want to point something else out while we're at it. that you cry and moan about free speech when you stem free speech all the time?
There is no guarantee of freedom of speech, and if you don't get that, then you don't know what freedom of speech is about.
You're always complaining that
Freedom
you
of
don't get
speech.
freedom
No,
of speech.
Annabelle, you don't get it. You're fucking stupid. You don't get it.
Oh.
Freedom of speech.
Could you be nicer to Annabelle, Vaughn? She's a very nice lady, please.
No, she's not. She's stupid. She's an imbecile. She's a fucking troll.
Can you not do that, ladies?
Look, we've actually covered this. We covered this earlier. Annabelle is dumb, but it's not her fault. She's a publisher.
That's right.
For those of you that might actually know what freedom of speech is, please ignore this statement, all right? Because some of you out there actually have a brain and you know what freedom of speech is about. But for Annabelle and the other dumb fucks in the room that doesn't know what freedom of speech is about, oh my fucking God, there she goes again. Fuck you, bitch. Why don't you let me talk, bitch? Nadia, would you please kick her out of the fucking room?
Awesome.
Nadia, please kick her out of the room so I can fucking talk.
Dude, she's running the room, bro.
I'm a mod. If anything, I'm the mod here, so do as you're told, boy.
No, you don't supersede Nadia. Nadia created the room, bitch.
Notice
And if
that
she
Nadia
kicks you,
doesn't give
you're
a
gone.
shit. Hey,
Nadia's not here, but she's the only person.
I'm looking right at her fucking room.
Dude, Annabelle runs the room.
Yeah.
Annabelle runs the room.
Hey, John. At the moment, I'm in charge. Deal with it, boy.
I said that.
Well, I can say it myself.
Well, if you're not going to let me talk, why the fuck am I in here, bitch?
Entertainment?
This is awesome.
Entertainment value. Entertainment.
Secular, you and me with fun.
Entertainment's right here.
Dance for us.
Calm down, Vaughn. Calm down.
So tell us all about free speech.
No, because Annabelle won't let me talk. Nadia, now that you're fucking back, would you please come in as debate Coliseum and remove Annabelle so I can fucking talk? Annabelle keeps talking over me, and I can't fucking get 2 words in edgewise. She won't let me fucking speak. Please come in as debate Coliseum and get her out of here so I can fucking talk.
I'm in as debate Coliseum.
She will not let me talk.
Well,
man, Megatron's pissed.
Have you noticed he's been talking for the last 2 minutes?
She won't let me speak. Nadia,
what I would.
She talks over me.
You appear to be talking.
Man, Megatron's pissed, isn't he?
Well, my.
I did miss one while I was mixing my drink, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Way of trying to deal with this is probably just to ask maybe for less overtalk.
I will. I promise, Nadia. I will let him speak. I'll let him. Hey, I'm speaking now, Vonnie. I'll let him speak for 10 seconds. I'll let him speak for a minute, and then I will say something. No, I'm only joking. Go on, Vaughn. Rant away.
You will not shut the fuck up. Every time I try to say something.
Yeah. Come on with it.
There she goes again.
Baby Jane donated $2. See you in hell cell at the Great Kentucky Thought 2021.
Yes, we'll all be sharing cells. We'll all be in Hell Cell. So thank you to Reaver who sent the last one, and thank you, Baby Jane.
Nadia, please come in as debate Coliseum and kick her out of the fucking room so I can at least get a word in edgewise, please.
I'm in as debate Coliseum right now.
Well, please remove her. I'm serious. Please remove her.
No.
I can't even fucking talk.
Well, I'm generally relatively. Oh, sorry. Say that again.
She won't let me speak, Nadia. Every time I try to talk, she starts talking over me, and then nobody in YouTube can hear me when she talks. I don't know why, but when she talks, she blanks out everybody. Nobody can hear a word. Nobody can hear anything. And then she filled up the outside chat, the YouTube chat, full of my haters, and gave them fucking spanners. She gave
That's my fault. That's my fault. But you're all the people that.
Every goddamn one of them. I can show you their names on the list.
Wait, Annabelle controls the world, not a queen?
She's nothing but an instigator. She is nothing but an instigator. Nothing but a troll. She's nothing but a hater.
Out yourself, Annabelle. Out yourself.
She
doesn't deserve the right What do you expect?
Busted.
Well.
She's abusing her mod power, Nadia.
You appear to
What,
be
by talking?
I think it's kind of funny that when Annabelle and Mark aren't here, we can carry on a decent conversation. But as soon as they start coming around, we can't do shit.
Your audio is breaking up.
Right. Okay, you've now been whinging. You've now been whinging for nearly 5 minutes. Could you actually get on with the point, the reason you came in to be here, please? That would be great. Cheers.
Cheers.
I think he has himself.
There's no point in talking if she's going to talk over me. So why am I here? She has to be gone. I want her gone. I can't talk. She won't let me talk.
Look, long story short, hate speech is not free speech, right, Vaughn? I think that's the point you were trying to make.
That's not what I was going to say. What I was going to say is that everyone has a misconception of freedom of speech. Freedom of speech has nothing to do with Annabelle clucking on about how great socialism is. What freedom of speech has to do is your ability to be able to speak out against the government without being thrown in jail. That's what freedom of speech is about. It's not about Annabelle or me or anybody in this fucking room. What freedom of speech is about is being able to talk about the government without being thrown in jail. That's all it is.
No.
It has nothing to do with anybody in a chat room. It has nothing to do with anybody in a meeting or any of that shit. It has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with
How come
that.
you're not in jail then, Vaughn? Well, how come you're not in jail? If you get thrown in jail for having, for saying what you think about the government, because that's all you ever talk about.
You totally misunderstood what I said, didn't you?
I don't know. Did I? You just said that it's about. I'll repeat what you said, shall I? So you know that I understood what you said. You said that it's about being able to speak out about your government without being put in jail. Those were the words that you used.
Yes, that's what freedom of speech is about.
And so why aren't you in jail? Because you claim that you get put in jail for speaking about the government.
Because we have freedom of speech. That's why I'm not in jail.
Okay.
It's because we have freedom of speech. We have the freedom to speak out against the government without being thrown in jail. That's the whole point of freedom of speech. But freedom of speech is not about coming into a chat room and saying, I've got freedom of speech, and if you block me, I ain't got freedom of speech anymore. That has nothing to do with fucking freedom of speech. It never had anything to do with freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is about your ability to speak out against the government without being jailed. That's all it is. It has nothing to do with anybody else at all. It has only to do between you and the government. That's it.
Okay, I'm going to use my freedom of speech and say that you block other people's freedom to speak in Nadia's chat rooms.
Oh my God! It's not about person to person. It's about person to government. God damn!
I'm just calm down. I'm just giving you my opinion. That's all.
Well,
is Vaughn going to have a heart attack?
You're wrong.
Generally, he's sort of right. I mean, you don't have freedom of
I
speech.
realise that, Brenda. Brenda, I realise that. I was just, I was just giving him an answer to his accusation.
I don't always pick up on the subtle.
To be honest, I was having a laugh and a joke about it, but Ron doesn't have a sense of humour, so he doesn't get it.
Ah, okay.
Oh, I don't believe in freedom of speech anyway, so.
I think the best way to practice freedom of speech is to do it individually if you want the government to do it as well. Do it by example. Be your own government.
Well, the people were supposed to be the government, but that shit all changed after the founders died.
Oh, hang on a sec, no, Vaughn, you do understand that all of the world is controlled by the Queen of England, yeah? You know that, right?
Well, he's right in one respect. The United States has become a corporation. It didn't used to be that way, but it has become a corporation. There's no question about that.
I can't understand you. You're breaking up.
Well,
I can't. Hey, Gabriel, is Vaughn Jewish?
We'll have to get into that. I do have some great questions.
Actually, I wanted to bring this up. You used to be a German Jew, didn't you, Vaughn?
I thought I had some sort of Jewish ancestry because of my German ancestry, but I talked to a rabbi, and the rabbi said no. So that's the end of it.
Yeah, you're not.
I just remember for a number of years you were claiming to be a German Jew, then you just
I thought I had some because Germany had a lot of Jewish settlers very, very early on, and there was a lot of crossing the streams there. So yeah, when I found out I had German ancestry, I wanted to see if I had Jewish ancestry as well. But like I said, I talked to a rabbi. Rabbi says no fucking way, so that's the end of it.
Yeah, but when you think about it, how many time-traveling vampires are Jewish?
But now you see, you keep convoluting the term vampire, though. There is no.
Well, you have made the claim that you're a psychic vampire.
No, I'm not a psychic vampire. I hate psychic vampires.
You did. We had a conversation about 2 weeks ago.
I hate psychic vampires too.
Well, good, Brenda. I hope you never get attacked by one like that.
I'm just pointing out. I just like to point out to everyone that I had a conversation with Vaughn 2 weeks ago, and he told me he was a psychic vampire. He's now changed his mind.
No, I did not.
Yes,
I was attacked by a psychic vampire. Get your fucking story right.
Right.
You're an idiot.
Vaughn, I gotta ask you something about me and Simon.
You hear what I say. But
Yeah,
then when
I
it gets inside your
apologise.
fucked up brain, it gets twisted around and convoluted.
I apologise. I obviously got it mixed up.
Yes, you obviously fucked up. Yes, you
I obviously fucked up. So tell us about this psychic vampire then that you've met.
I was in a chat room, all right, and this chick comes in the room and starts mumbling a bunch of shit. I didn't even recognize it at the time, and all of a sudden I started convulsing, bad, really bad. And it got to the point where I was getting bad sick. And I told my mods, I said, kick this bitch out of my room quick, because I'm starting to get bad sick.
Yeah, you do that a lot, don't you?
As soon as they kicked her out of the room, I felt 100% better. Okay, so now how do you explain that, Annabelle?
I'll tell you how. I'll tell him. I'll tell him.
I forgot. You're an atheist. You can't explain anything.
Yeah, it was a pancreatic cancer flare-up.
You're an atheist. You can't.
Oh, for goodness sakes! I would like to answer him.
You're an atheist. You got no answers.
No, I would like to answer you. Thank you. You asked me a question. I'm going to tell you. Right. You do have a habit of demanding that women get chucked out of hangouts. And I think probably would have.
Fucking God.
I haven't finished. I have not finished. Thank you. You do have a habit of doing this. So what I would suggest is that you find women, well, particularly strong, independent, intelligent women, kind of frightening and scary. So when they're removed from the room, it makes you feel better. Simples.
Are you fucking on drugs? I mean, seriously, what the fuck are you smoking over there? I like alpha women.
I'm not.
Alpha women.
I'm not currently fucking on drugs, but that's just because I'm not fucking.
Right.
She's
good
on
point.
drugs.
He has a good point, though, Vaughn.
No, she doesn't. Right now. Fucking drugs. Or she's
Vaughn Helton, I'm looking at WebMD, and convulsions are a symptom of pancreatic cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Could be. Could be.
Yeah, I had pancreatic cancer for 5 seconds, and then it suddenly goes away, right? You're a moron. You're a moron. Please go away.
Those symptoms could be
Have you ever heard of the phrase that correlation does not prove causation?
I don't give a fuck about your scientific explanation. I know what I
give you a scientific explanation.
I don't care. I don't care
Question.
about you. I do not care about your scientific explanation.
Oh, okay, Vaughn.
I know
let me respond to Vaughn.
I know what I experienced.
Right.
It was very real to me.
Yes.
And I don't give a shit about your scientific explanation.
So let me just paraphrase what just happened.
I don't even want to hear it. No,
That's
I
fine.
don't
I don't care.
I
Other
really
people
don't.
get to hear it.
I don't want to hear
You
it.
get to shut up now. It's your turn to shut up. So here's what just happened. Hey, this happened. Explain it. Okay, I'll explain it. I don't want you to explain it. I don't want you to explain it. I'm not listening.
No, because you're coming up with stupid shit that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Oh, it's stupid, okay? So what
yeah,
was I
it
going
is
to say?
stupid.
So
Yeah,
what
it
was
is
I going to say?
stupid.
So
When
what
you
was I going to say?
when you get up here and you say I had pancreatic cancer, no, when you get up here and say I had pancreatic cancer for 5
Did I
seconds,
say you have pancreatic cancer?
you're
Did
full
I
of
say
shit.
you have pancreatic
okay?
cancer?
You're full of shit. I'm
Did
sorry.
I say you had pancreatic cancer?
No, somebody in the fucking room did.
But I didn't. You're talking to me now.
Okay, well, what do you say it? How do you explain
Well, so now you want to hear it.
pain and when the convulsions when this bitch entered my room? How do you explain it?
So I asked you a question.
He doesn't want to
Do you
hear
remember
it.
the question that I asked you? Vaughn?
Go ahead.
I asked you a question. Do you remember the question that I
Go
asked you?
ahead.
Is that a no?
I said go ahead and ask your question.
I just asked you a question.
Repeat the question.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Do you want me to repeat the question?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Repeat
Great.
the question.
Have you ever heard that correlation does not prove causation?
And that has to do with my pain how? How does that even fucking matter?
You correlated somebody leaving with the
Okay, in other
alleviation.
words, I made it up in my head.
Vaughn,
In other
no,
words, I
Vaughn,
fucking
you don't
agree.
know, you don't,
Okay, but
you don't get to stop me from explaining when you don't like the answer. I get to finish, then you get to respond. Don't be a dick.
Ooh.
Now, you correlated the alleviation of your pain, which I believe is probably real, with somebody leaving the room. That doesn't prove that there was a causation between the two. Do you have anything more that proves that there was a causation? It wasn't a mere coincidence.
Wait a minute. If he was having convulsions, then how do you tell people to get her out of the room?
Yes, there is other people that experienced problems with this person. Okay,
Can't
I was not the only victim of this person. I don't
There
know.
were multiple people in your room
I
with
don't,
pain?
I don't know. Listen. I don't claim to be able to explain it. All right. I know that when she come in the chat room, I started convulsing. She's done this to other people. She mumbled something. I don't know what the fuck she mumbled. It might have been Pig Latin for all I fucking know. But she came in the room, she mumbled something. I started convulsing. I had my odds to kick her out of the room. I was fucking great.
Vaughn, if you were convulsing, then how'd you tell your guys to kick her out of the room?
Have you ever heard of the nocebo effect?
Fucking easy, I tell you. It wasn't fucking easy when you're doubled over. Okay.
Have
but
you ever heard of the
I want to
nocebo?
know. I have a question. I have a question for Vaughn. How do you know she was psychic?
I'm assuming it was a psychic vampire attack because that's what I was reading about online. So
Wait a
I'm
minute, what
assuming
about the
that's what it was.
vampire? How do you assume she's a vampire?
It's just a term, drunk. Fuck. If she's not a real vampire, it's just a
No, but
fucking
Vaughn,
term.
just a term. Vaughn.
Here's the part that really aggravates me about you people. You'll take something that I say, and oh my God, it's got to be fucking literal. It couldn't be a fucking term. It's got
What
to
do
be
you think?
literal.
Okay, Vaughn. Okay, Vaughn.
Come on, let's get dragged into the weeds here.
Yeah, no, all I wanted to do was say if you could explain what you mean by psychic vampire then, because obviously we consider it to be someone who sucks blood from you and can prophesize what's going to happen next.
Once
So if you could
again, everybody in the room, their Google is fucking broken because you all should have known this shit by now. 2 seconds on Google, putting psychic vampire in a Google search, you would have known what a psychic vampire is.
I'm going to do
But
that
once
now.
again, everybody in the room is going to be fucking lazy, and they're going to make
I honestly,
fucking lazy to do it their goddamn self.
I don't
2
think
fucking seconds on Google, and you would know what a psychic vampire is.
Vaughn,
No shit.
I was attacked by a psychic turtle once.
I don't think it's a stretch to assume what Vaughn meant. But, Vaughn, have you heard of the nocebo effect?
Is this another one of those obscure scientific terms that doesn't mean a goddamn thing, but you're going to try and make it relevant?
I love you, Vaughn.
No, I think almost all scientific terms probably mean something. Well, how would you assume they don't?
Anyway, whatever.
I just want to know if you've heard of the nocebo effect.
No, I haven't.
Okay, the nocebo effect.
Nocebo, but not a nocebo. Is a nocebo like a no-see-em? Is that what it is?
Yeah, sort of. So the nocebo effect is kind of like.
Okay.
Yeah, the nocebo effect is kind of like the backwards placebo effect. You imagine that something harms you, so it actually harms you, or at least you actually perceive pain.
No, this ain't a trick of my head, okay? Like I said, she attacked other people in other chat rooms. I'm not the only fucking victim she had.
No, but that's exactly my point. No, that's exactly my point.
Here's the thing. It might not have been psychic vampire. It might have been the chant that she gave. Maybe that had something to do with it. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking care.
No, but that's exactly my point.
All I know is what I experienced.
That's exactly my point. You were looking up psychic vampires, and you heard from other people that she makes them sick. It's a perfect recipe for you to experience the nocebo effect.
Never didn't know she had attacked other people until after I checked.
Okay, if you say so.
Checked what? The psychic vampire database? What?
If somebody is in, okay, I forget what network I was in at the time, but if we were in a network, okay, this might even be before internet. I can't remember, but this was a long time ago.
If it was a chat room, it was internet.
Well, Not exactly. We had.
Yeah, I kind of think so.
No, we had what they called bulletin board type deal. All right, where you could call in with a dial-up modem, and you would sit there and type in your ANSI text and shit. And I'm trying to remember because it's been so fucking long ago.
Vaughn, I'm just reading one of your blogs here. You consider yourself a nobleman. What does that mean?
I consider myself a nobleman. Yes. What's wrong with that?
Well, I just wondered what you mean by that. That's why I'm asking.
Well, I have royalty in my family background. What's wrong with that? What's wrong?
Gabriel?
What royalty?
No, that's what I was going to ask.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold it.
You mean like Crown Royal?
Stop, damn it. Annabelle, what's wrong with me having royalty in my background?
Nothing. I'm just curious.
All right, well, then what's the problem?
I would like you to tell me where you got this
No, I
information.
don't have to tell you jack shit.
So you've made it up then?
No, I don't. You don't need to know my personal life.
No, you've made it up.
You don't need to know my personal life.
You've made it up. That's what
you don't need to know my personal life.
I know that you've made it up.
I made it up. Okay,
Yeah.
so you know my family better than I know my family.
Yeah,
Fuck
I
you,
pretty much
bitch.
can guarantee.
Fuck you and your opinion, bitch. Take your opinion and shove it.
Hey, Gabriel.
You don't know my family better than I do.
opinion that you're a nobleman as well.
See, this is a part of this is the shit that pisses me off. Is when
What?
some son of a bitch
Ask
on
you
the
a
fucking
simple
internet
question?
thinks they know my family better than I do.
Well, I'm sorry, but you've made a claim, and you can't.
You're
back
lucky
it
I'm
up.
not in here as debate Coliseum because I'd have kicked your ass out. All right?
Yeah.
You don't know
Trust me,
my
you
family
can't
better
do
than
that.
I do. Okay,
Now,
you don't.
I'm asking you
I
to
don't
back
give a
up your
fuck about
claim
your
that you're a nobleman.
You know
It's
my
not
family better than I
a
do.
nobleman. You can tell me which part of the royal family you belong to.
I didn't say the royal family. I said I had nobility, bitch. Get
No,
a
you
fucking-
said royalty. You
I
said
didn't say
royalty.
royal family.
Did
I
he
did
say
not say
everybody?
royal family, bitch.
Everybody,
No,
did
I
he
did
say
not. I said I had
royalty?
nobility.
Okay, everybody else, did he say
You
royalty?
know what it is.
Everybody
Do you
else.
know the difference between royalty and nobility?
Yeah, okay.
Do you know the difference?
Vaughn,
No, you don't. Okay, thank you. Now, shut the fuck up about it.
Vaughn, everybody has agreed with me that you said royalty. So if you are now saying that you didn't say that, then that's fine if you want to pretend you didn't.
A noble relies on a royal.
Thank
Did
you.
he just
Gabriel.
mention
Holy fuck! Gabriel's the only one in the room that knew that?
Well, he said royalty. A noble is a part of the royalty. That's what he just said.
Yeah, you said royalty, dude.
Yeah.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, you did because after you said that, I asked if it was Crown Royal, and then you didn't answer.
Oh my god.
Anyway, let's go back to the noble.
Gabriel?
So no.
Yes.
Do you think Vaughn is crazy?
Apparently,
I'm gonna go with
Vaughn
Vaughn
has
in a point.
nobility. Apparently, Vaughn has nobility in his family, and I would really like to know which nobility it is.
That's none of your fucking business.
So
is
you're
it?
making it up then? So that's
No,
fine.
I'm not making it up.
Well, tell me the name of your family then, because Vonhelton is not
I
nobility.
don't need to tell you my personal life, Annabelle.
No, I'm not asking you.
Annabelle,
to
Annabelle,
I'm not
come on,
saying
Annabelle.
all over the fucking internet. So I don't
tell
have
you
to
my
do that.
personal life.
Annabelle, I think it's.
I'm just curious why in this blog you've not mentioned which nobility you're from.
I just want to say that I've seen Vonhelton without his colored contact lenses, and his eyes are lavender. He's obviously a Targaryen.
Okay, right.
Seth, are the Jews a nocebo thing? Do they not? Do they rule the world because I think they rule the world?
No, I think nocebos have to do with actual like physical pain and.
No, what he's saying, Gabriel, is that anybody that isn't a fucking atheist is crazy. That's what he's saying.
No, I don't think that at all.
Excuse,
No.
Hey, Vaughn.
excuse me. Yeah, you are. And everybody in
No.
this room will tell
No.
you that you're crazy if you're not a stalwart atheist.
Incorrect.
No,
That's
I
incorrect.
won't.
I don't give a shit if you're crazy.
Vaughn,
If you're an
I
atheist.
specifically take if you ask me specifically what kind of an atheist I am, one of the labels I might throw up is something called friendly atheism. It was advanced by I can't even think of his name right now. A contemporary atheistic philosopher who coined the term to describe an atheist who believes that theism can be rational and that theism can in a sense be rational, and people who are theists aren't automatically irrational.
But
Even
you can't.
it could be atheism could be true,
What?
and theism still rational.
What? No.
Yes,
You're either
yes,
an atheist, an agnostic, or a theist. There is no combining of the terms.
That's not a combining at all. There's no combining.
No, that's fucking
doesn't combine
insanity.
anything.
No, that's fucking insanity.
Vaughn, shut the fuck up.
Doing the same thing over and over.
Vaughn, he did not say that.
I'm not
He just
combining
said
anything.
He tolerates everyone else and doesn't really give a shit what you are.
No, friendly atheism just says that theism can be rational even though atheism
Mike
is
J,
true.
mute me one more time, and I'm coming in as a DC, and I'm kicking you out of the room. Mute me again.
Sorry,
Mute
who
me
you
again.
Well, lovely. You'll kick anyone out of Nadia's room.
No, I want to hang on a sec. Everybody quiet. Everybody, who did you just threaten to kick?
Mike J, he keeps muting me. I can't even fucking speak. I can't even fucking speak.
Because you're full of shit.
Well, no,
That's not a reason
that's
to
not
mute
why
me,
you're.
dumbass.
I don't think that's why you're being muted. I think you're being muted because you're screaming over everyone.
No,
You
I'm
don't
being
like
muted
what people.
because
Yeah, no, like you're doing now.
Okay, I won't. Wait. I won't
It's
do it
okay,
again.
don't worry, everybody. Everybody calm down. Vaughn hasn't got mods, so he can't be kicking anyone.
I'm just fucking with them. I'll stop.
Yeah, let's not fuck with Vaughn any more than he's already fucking with himself.
Yeah, fucking with people is probably not a great idea. I think.
All right, sorry.
Unless they consent.
Actually converse. Seth holds that position. I, of course, am determined to, comprehensively to convert the world and see religion as, in some ways, intrinsically harmful, and advocate for the total abolition of all religion and theism. And supernaturalism too.
Friendly atheism isn't necessarily friendly to religion.
Well,
There is no such
theism.
thing. There is no such
theism.
thing.
Yes, there is, Vaughn. You're an idiot.
I'm strictly speaking the unfriendly one who's actively working to eradicate all theism, supernaturalism, and religion, of course. Yeah.
Vaughn, did you say that there's no such thing as a friendly atheist?
No such thing. No such term, no such thing. It was made up on the fly, literally. It was literally made up on the fly.
Literally.
Doing the same thing. Doing the same thing.
Yeah,
doing
I get
the same
that.
thing. Oh my
I
fucking.
understand that, Vaughn, but I'd like to ask you another question.
Never fucking mind. Never fucking mind. I can't even give my goddamn explanation.
I'd like to ask you another question.
Stick with it, bud.
I'd like to ask you another question, and that would be that, the majority of, well, not the majority, a good 70% of 18 to 34-year-olds in the UK are non-believers. So you could call them atheists, I suppose, to a certain extent. And you think that every single one of those people is unfriendly. Is that what you're saying?
Unfriendly towards theists? You bet your fucking ass I do.
I just want to specify here. This is a philosophical term.
I do. You bet your fucking ass I do.
It doesn't do philosophy, though. No, I'm just saying that you've got no evidence of that at all.
Here's the thing.
Absolutely no evidence of that whatsoever, Vaughn. None whatsoever.
Here's the thing, Gabe. All right, what they don't tell you, because I've talked to atheists on about.com, okay, and I've learned a whole lot about atheism.
On about.com.
The atheists on about.com. And what the atheists on about.com have shown me time and time again is that they hate theists with a passion. They will literally create these headers, okay. It was Jesus really a Jew? And they would draw theists in, and then as soon as the theists come in the room to debate the situation or to talk about the situation, and they banhammer them or
Is that like when Christians turn around and say that gay people should be stoned to death?
They do it over and over and over and over and over again. Okay.
Is that like when Christians turn around and say that it was at least
they'll have these was Jesus a Jew? Is God really true? And shit like that. And then when the theists come in, then they abuse the fuck out of them, and then they ban them.
Point something out to you, Vaughn, that 7 states in the US won't allow atheists.
And nobody heard a single fucking word I said because the bitch was talking.
I heard you, and keep at it, Vaughn. Don't let it get to you.
I don't know. Most people tell me I'm a nice guy. I'm an atheist. I think.
Well, I know loads of, and do you know what? Funnily enough, I've got 2 of the closest people I have on here in Google Plus are Christians. So you're incredibly misguided, Vaughn. That's all I'll tell you.
My best friend's a staunch Christian.
Half my family are Christians.
Don't lie, secular. You're a psychic vampire.
I need to get more militant as an atheist, I need a uniform.
Go with pink. Pink looks good. Pink will control the eyes.
Anyway, we all know that Vaughn's claim that atheists are unfriendly is not true, so that's not a problem.
Hey, Vaughn, when are me and Simon going to get together? You said this is the timeline, man, when me and him get together.
I did not, drunk.
You did say that.
I was specifically responding to Vaughn's claim that
Other timelines didn't happen. You said that this is the timeline, and we Simon get together.
I was specifically referring to Vaughn's claim that that I would call him or anyone who's not an atheist crazy, and that is absolutely not the case. Even if I don't like religion or some form of religion, I don't think that everyone. Hey, Vaughn, I do not think.
Seth is one of the more decent, and he'll have a proper philosophical talk with you. He will not insult you. He will not call you names. He will not call you crazy. In fact, he pulls me up on my behaviour sometimes. So you're picking on the wrong person with Seth.
I'll tell you what I'll do, Seth. You've inspired me. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through all the Hangouts, and I'm going to pull all the times that you've called a theist crazy, or that somebody else has called a theist crazy in this room, and I'm going to make a nice little video collage of it, and then I'll post it on YouTube. I'll put it on my James account. That way, if you flag it, I won't lose my friend.
So there's two things I want to say to that. I'd like to finish them before I'm interrupted.
In 3 seconds.
But I'm not. I don't want to stop you from talking. So if you weren't finished, please continue. Okay. So the first thing is, me calling some theist crazy does not mean that I automatically think theists or non-atheists are crazy. It means that I talk to some Christians or theists or non-atheists who I think are crazy or dumb or an asshole. So while you're pulling those clips, you might want to pull clips where I call an atheist an asshole or a jerk or crazy. And you know what? I have no idea what it's like. But if I had to guess, I bet it'd be a lot easier to find the clips where I called another atheist an asshole.
I would just like to take a moment to point out that you people realize that probably the only atheist that Vonhelton's ever had interaction with would be on the internet, right? At least that he would know. Like,
yes, he doesn't. Yeah, there's a strong confirmation bias. He does not know of any atheist who isn't somewhat outspoken, because they wouldn't ever speak to him, or in a way that would make them know that he's an atheist.
Hey, Simon, how are you doing?
Well, I will say this. I've encountered all kinds of people in my travels, okay, and I'm pretty damn sure some of them were atheists. But they didn't shove it in my face. They didn't call me crazy. They didn't talk over me, so I don't know. I won't.
So
know
those were good ones. Those are good ones, right?
Because that person never divulged that they were an atheist. But I mean, I've encountered too many people in my travels not to have encountered at least a couple or three atheists. Okay?
Well, did you mention to those people that you traveled to alternate dimensions? Because that may have something to do with people calling you crazy.
I just want to point something else out here. That's interesting. Vaughn seems to think that the only good atheist is an atheist who keeps his mouth shut.
No, I think the only good atheist is the one that doesn't get on the internet and try to shut down people that have a
So what about all the Christians that get on the internet and try and shut down atheists?
Really, Anna? Give me a link.
Oh,
give me a link, bitch.
Serious?
Give me a link. I said give me a link, didn't I?
Well, first of all...
Give me a link.
Have you met Nephilim Free, Vaughn? You've met Nephilim
Have you met Christian Hillbilly?
Yeah, Nephilim Free. Okay, on his channel.
Pillbox?
Well,
Pillbox, Brett Keane, Arcane Logos.
Yeah, Brett Keane, Arcane. Have you met any of these people?
Yes, I have. But you're on you're on their channel. Give me some instance.
You're on Nadia's channel.
Shut down an atheist in a neutral territory. Show it. Give me a link.
Neutral territory.
Yeah, like,
Nadia, is this neutral territory?
Like Tiny Chat, for example. Go to Tiny Chat. See if you can find where Christians have shut down atheists in Tiny Chat. Go ahead. Go ahead. No. Show it to me. Let me see it.
You see, the thing is, you've made this huge claim. You've made this huge claim. You've made this huge claim saying that atheists are atheists. Now who's talking over me? Don't be a hypocrite, Vaughn. You've made this huge claim that atheists are trying to shut down Christians, but you've got nothing to back that up with at all. Yet you want me to go and get them. So when you've got yours, when you can back up your claim, I'll find plenty of stuff.
Plus,
You can't find it. You haven't got
Yes, I
it.
can. I just told you about.com. They sit there and
you made the claim.
They'll make these special headlines. Is Jesus really a Jew? Is Jesus really the Messiah?
You made the claim. You made the claim. You made the claim. You made
Yes,
the
they
claim.
do.
You
Yes,
made
they
the
do.
claim.
You can't stand that I'm right, can you, bitch? You can't stand
Back it up.
You
Back
just
it up.
can't fucking take it, can you?
Back it up. Back it up.
I suspect that the
Go to
reason-
about.com. Go to their fucking forum and read it.
Both of you quiet. What, can you not use
Go
Google?
to about.com. Go to their forum section and read it for yourself.
Amazing
It's all there.
amazing
Read it
how
out.
you
Go to
can't use Google.
everybody.
It's
If
amazing
you're
how
a
you
theist,
can't use
you are
Google.
scum. If you're a theist, you're crazy. If you're a theist, you're an idiot. If you're a theist, you're
Congratulations,
this,
you
that, or
found
the
the
other thing.
website.
And it's all straight out there for everybody to read, man. Anybody
How
with
is that
brains can go
shutting?
read it on about.com.
How is that shutting Christians down?
Thank you, that's baiting him. That's about it.
I think Von Helton.
How is that shutting Christians down, Vaughn?
Well, they're not allowed to speak on about.com when they do that shit now,
Well,
can they?
we're not on about.com. I've never even heard of this place. I've never been there.
I have.
So what you're gonna need to do,
Welcome to the real world.
What you're going to need to do is provide evidence by pointing out, by linking us to this particular website. You tell me where all this goes, and then I will do the same in return.
You've never been to about.com.
No, I haven't. I've made that very clear. I only come to Nadia's. This is the only place I ever come.
No, I just want to point out there's a bit of a double standard here, Vaughn, because when I pointed out Nephilim Free, you said, well, that's on an isolated channel. You're going to his channel. But your example you're giving us are like isolated forums, like threads created specifically by militant atheists looking to debate and argue with Christians.
Whoa. About.com.
No, but the ones you're talking, yeah, but on there there's different threads, right?
But it's a thread, though. It's not a channel. It's not. No. Okay, Nephilim Free owns his channel. Okay, it's his channel, right? About.com has a forum section, but the atheists don't own those sections.
No, but if I start an atheist thread and you come into it.
No, they'll type in a header, and it's Jesus real, and then when the theists go in there, they bash on them. And it's not the same.
Why are you there, Vaughn? Why do you even go there if you think if I go into this?
I haven't been there in years. I haven't been there in years.
And for all you know, it's changed.
This was years ago. I think the reason he got banned is because he acted like an asshole and he got banned.
I didn't get banned from about.com. I just
okay, then you can log into your forum right now.
Vaughn seems to be stepping back from his original claim, which was that all atheists, and all the atheists in here are jerks who call people who don't believe crazy, or don't believe the same as them crazy. And now he's kind of stepping back and saying that
I'm not stepping back.
It's just some people on some website somewhere. Well, that's perfectly
that's not
acceptable.
No.
I'm not done.
No.
That's perfectly acceptable. Of course there are atheists out there who are jerks and call Christians idiots just for the sake of calling them idiots. It's also the case that there are Christians that do the same thing to atheists.
Like I said, Seth,
it's absurd to say
I'm happy to make a nice little collage and let you all see your own words played back in front of you. I'll be more than happy to make that YouTube video. I know how to cut and splice, bro.
I dare you.
I'm calling you out on this. Every time I see you, Vaughn, whether it be in the comments or on here, I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to say, where's the collage?
Drunk.
So I'm calling you out on it.
Drunk. If I make that video, they're going to flag it and get me banned. Okay?
Why?
I'm calling you out on it, man.
No, I'm the only one who could flag it. Well, not true, but no.
I
if it's
guarantee
fair
they'll
use.
fucking flag it. Yes, they will.
Make it and I'll post it on my channel.
Website.
Vaughn, how about this? Make it, give it to me. I'll post it on my channel, unedited.
We'll see.
What would you need a video for? About.com is
well, they're
text.
making a claim that theists aren't attacking in this forum.
He was talking about
attack all the time.
Originally, he was talking about I thought he was talking about. He said he was going to make a collage of me calling Christians crazy.
Oh, I can do that too.
I dare you.
That too.
I dare you.
I can do that.
I dare you.
You've probably forgotten about half of what you've said in these forums, dude.
Possibly.
I remember distinctly when I first met you. You were going on about theists, You were in your
Possibly.
little bungalow
This is
or
the great debate
gazebo
community.
or whatever.
Of course he was.
You were in, no, he was in a gazebo.
With who?
And this Christian guy that sometimes was in there wasn't there at the time. And he was going on about how Christians are crazy and they're nutters and that
in front of
this
his
guy
best
that
friend,
he knows
he's a
that's a
Christian.
Christian that's sometimes on the video with
Right,
him,
yeah,
and he
of
was
course.
crazy too. And he was just going on and on and on about it.
Oh, you're
Vaughn,
saying that I
you're
called my friend
lying.
Adam crazy?
Yeah, exactly. You're lying,
Yes, you
Vaughn,
did.
because we were all there
no,
too.
Vaughn.
Yeah.
Now, no, I'm with drunk on this. I'm gonna hold you to that.
You were drunk at the time. Oh, well, that gives an excuse, right?
Oh, God.
That's not what I said at all.
You moron.
You just said you were drunk at the time.
No, I said
I'm
drunk as in
drunk.
that.
My
drunk.
name and my well-being right now.
Yeah, well, it's on one of these hangouts. I'll have to hunt for it, obviously, but it's on one of the hangouts.
You do
Because I
that.
remember it vividly,
You
quite
do that.
vividly. You were
You do that
going on
because
and
I
on
will
about
say
how
this.
all
I
theists
will-
are crazy and shit. And
I
every
will say
atheist
this.
in this room has done
I
that
can
at
get a
least
fucking
once.
word in.
Okay? So
I
I can
will
make
say
a nice
this.
little
If I
collage
can
of
get
this
a
whole mess.
word in, if I can actually speak, I will say this, that I have known Seth for nearly 2 years. And in those 2 years, we have had plenty of misunderstandings and disagreements. And I'm one of the atheists that he thinks is crazy or is unfriendly towards this. He is the one that criticizes me. But I have never, ever heard him call his own friend Adam crazy, who happens to be a Christian, or actually, I'll be honest, I don't think he's ever referred to any Christian as being or using their beliefs for the reason that they're crazy. And
Well,
that's
what
me.
I'll do when I post his own words back, he'll just say, "Oh,
Yeah,
I was
you
drunk,
won't do that.
or I was high,
You won't do that.
or I was misquoted."
Actually,
I'll tell
no,
you
that's
why you won't
almost
do that.
Vaughn.
I was just kidding.
Vaughn,
You know, I mean,
that's
what's
almost
gonna happen.
impossible. I've been buzzed a number of 2 times on Hangouts. Buzzed, not drunk. Never been drunk on Hangouts.
Okay, buzzed then. Excuse me.
Attention everyone in the comments watching this on YouTube. Whenever you guys see Vaughn inside the comments, I want you guys to hold his feet to the fire every time and say, "Hey, Vaughn, where's the photo collage? Where's the collage, man? Where is it?" I want you guys to do that.
Hey, drunk, you realize if I post a collage, they're going to flag it down.
Exactly. I want them to hold your feet to the fire, man. I'm holding your feet to the fire on this one. You
Are
said
you
you're
willing? Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what, drunk. I'll tell you what, drunk. I'll tell you what, drunk.
Or shut up.
Hey, drunk. I'll tell you what. Let's do. You create a YouTube account.
I have a YouTube
And I will upload the collage to your account. That way, if they flag it, I won't lose any of my accounts. How about that? Does that work?
I don't give a fuck. I have a YouTube account.
You create the YouTube account. I'll upload the
What do you mean
collage.
create a YouTube account? I got a YouTube
And
account.
if they flag it down, then I'm not out in either one of my accounts.
Why would I have to create? Just give me the video and I will put it up.
I will happily do that, sir.
Hey, Vaughn. Just real quick, I don't want to derail this, but since we were mentioning videos, I did want to, I want to put it out there where credit's due. I want to thank you for finally admitting that video I have of you is from the 80s. It was big of you. I want to appreciate it.
I did not say it was from the 80s.
I have a video clip
okay,
in your last hangout when Candy brought it up. Okay, go.
I knew Stephen Kramer. I knew Stephen Kramer when I was 17 years old. So now that would be 1980. 79, 80, something like that. All right.
Right. Well, that's when you knew him, yeah.
That's when I knew him. That's when that tape took place.
No.
Because I did not know him. Now, wait a minute. I did not know him after high school because he died shortly after high school. Okay, so I couldn't know him after high school. There's no way.
Oh, that's
There's no
not
way.
that's
He was
not
dead.
true. Not in my timeline.
Well,
It was
I admit that this fucking timeline is convoluted as fuck. I'll give you that. But in my timeline, he died shortly after high school. There's no way I could have talked to him after high school because he was very, very dead. All right. So the video in question had to have occurred when I was 17 years old and still in high school. It had to, because Steve Kramer died after high school. Okay. There's no way I could have talked to him after high school. Not in my timeline, anyway.
Hey, Vaughn.
No, stop, drunk. Stop. I want to finish this. Okay, because this is important, Vaughn. Now, it's not a clincher. I talked about this with Annabelle. It's not like a nail in the coffin, but this is a major piece of evidence that would help you in your fight against Vonhelton Jr. if you just wouldn't be so stubborn and admit this video. Look at this handsome young bastard right here. Look at this son of a bitch.
Yeah, look
This guy right there, that's
Von
Vonhelton. That's 24 years old. It's 1980.
I'm not 24 in that fucking video. God damn it,
Yes.
secular.
Look, I'm going to show you.
I could not have known Steve Kramer at age 24. I
Okay,
could not.
I understand.
With
Maybe
respect,
this is
with
a
respect,
timeline.
secular, with respect, it's subjective. I'm not really going for the good-looking side of things, I'm afraid.
Now, right here, I want everyone to see this because this might be a timeline thing. This might be, I don't know. But in my timeline, that Pepsi bottle, unless you are a time traveler, that Pepsi bottle, remember I contacted Pepsi, and that logo, that writing on that Pepsi bottle was not available until 1987. So you would have to be a time traveler, Vonhelton, to fucking... Or it's a different timeline.
I contacted
No,
Pepsi.
you did not.
Yes, I did, and they
Believe
said,
it or not, I have someone that can
the
confirm
different
this.
writings had overlapped. They had overlapped from the 70s to the 80s. They used them interchangeably. So, sorry.
No, that's not true at all.
Believe it or not, I actually know someone that can actually prove that. I know.
Hang on a sec. Can I just ask Secular something? Is
Yes.
you're actually helping him, and he's not realizing that? Am I right?
I know. Because, well, the problem is if he admits that this is where the time is supposed to be, it kind of blows his whole Punisher thing out. That's a conundrum.
I could not know Steve Kramer after high school because he died. There's no way in hell I'm 24 years old in that fucking video. No way in hell. Steve Kramer died after high school. There's no way that I
like
could
10
possibly
years,
be 24
10 years
in that
after high school.
No way.
Steve
There's no
died
way,
like
Secular.
89, 90, dude. You can
There's
check
no way that's 1989. No fucking way.
No, that's 88. This video is 88. That Pepsi bottle wasn't even didn't even come out till 87, Vaughn.
What part of Steve Kramer died after high school you're not getting?
Well, in my timeline, he's
Kramer
alive
in
in
that
87.
video?
So
Wait. Is Steve Kramer in the video?
Is the Pepsi bottle in the video? Is the Pepsi
Steve
bottle?
Kramer
So how do you
in the
explain?
video?
How do you
Is
explain
he in
the
the
Pepsi
video?
bottle? Is the Pepsi bottle
You're
is
not
right
gonna
there?
answer, are you?
It doesn't matter
Steve
because
Kramer
we
is
know
in the
the
video,
Pepsi
is
bottle.
he not?
The Pepsi bottle was not around until
Is
87.
Steve
Vaughn.
Kramer
Just admit it.
in that video?
Just admit the Pepsi
Yes, he
bottle
is.
is from
He's the
87.
one sitting to the left of this picture.
You say when he died, but I have a Pepsi bottle from 87 on that
And
table.
I
How do you explain it?
have my own, not only myself, but everybody in Hamilton, Ohio that attended his funeral. Yes, he
Get
died
what?
after high school.
Okay,
There's no
yeah,
doubt
10
about
years
it.
after high
It's
school.
not in question.
That's
Nobody
still just
questions
you saying it.
Steve
That's
Kramer's
just
death.
saying
He
it.
died after high school. There's no
Yeah,
fucking
10
way.
years
That's
after high
1989.
So
no
I
fucking
could
way in
drive
hell.
a half hour away, go to his gravestone, take a picture
No,
of it,
no.
come back here with your proof.
I'm not in Hamilton, Ohio anymore, dude. I can't.
No, I'm close to it, you moron.
Oh, you're in Hamilton, Ohio. Well, holy fuck! Go to
There we go.
funeral. Go to the gravesite there in Hamilton, Ohio. Find Steve Kramer's
Which one?
grave. Take a fucking picture of it and show everybody. Because
I
he
will-
died
Which one, Vaughn?
shortly after high school. That is not in question. Nobody questions his.
Yes, it is in question because you're the only one claiming it. Well, I have a Pepsi bottle from 87. How do you explain that?
I'm telling you,
I have
I already
evidence.
told you. PepsiCo said they used the terms, the symbols interchangeably. From the
That's not
70s,
true.
from 1979 to 1989, they used the two symbols interchangeably. They said that out of their own mouths. Okay, so the
No,
Pepsi
you don't have
bottle is
evidence
not
of that.
proof. Sorry. And
But I
besides,
actually have
Steve Kramer died after high school.
don't wanna
which
have
means
to
that's
go
nowhere
through
near
this
a
again,
1989. It can't be. There's no
Hey,
fucking
someone
way.
send me the logo because I actually have a friend. He's a major soda collector. I can send it to him, and he can answer this like that.
Perfect. And you know what he's going to tell you? Is that logo, the writing on the logo, it went from square E's and S's and P's to rounded ones like on the table in 1987.
Well, admittedly, the video and the picture is fuzzy. How do you know they're not squared off?
Oh, I remember I did blow-ups of it, and I showed you.
Well,
That's okay.
It's still too
It could be a
fucking fuzzy.
timeline thing. It could be a timeline thing, Vaughn.
Well,
Because you know what? I'm being serious. No, just a sec, drunk. I'm being serious because I've been following up on that Dear Andrea video. Can't find a copy anywhere, and I've approached like 5 other people. Here's something that's really weird. When that Berenstain Bear stuff started coming out, I haven't heard from Kenny since. And I sent him a message about this, and I haven't heard anything from him. Nobody has that video. Have you checked your hard drive to see if you still got it?
I'm sure I still have it.
Mine's gone.
I actually have proof it's the Berenstain Bears.
See, here we go. What do you got?
Okay, when I was a kid, my mom used to record, TV shows I used to watch with our VCR. And when I heard about this Berenstein Bears bullshit, then I was like, oh, wait a minute, I have one of those recorded from PBS. And on that VHS tape, PBS states, and now the Berenstein Bears.
So they didn't say Berenstain, they said Berenstein. You're sure?
Yep, they said Berenstein.
You're sure?
Yep, I'm 100% sure. I have it on VHS. I was actually curious about that. Like, maybe I remembered it wrong. Maybe they didn't say it or anything. But, yeah, they said it.
That's what I'm saying.
In the video, it's spelled A-I-N, though, isn't it? Isn't that right?
No.
Yeah, see, that's
In
what's
promotional
weird about it.
materials and in promotional materials, I remember seeing someone talking about this. It's actually stated Berenstein.
How many timelines are there, Vaughn?
Obviously, this is just a. Real quick. This is just a ploy to confuse the goyim.
I understand.
You would have to. Well, Michio Kaku is the one that started this stuff about string theory. You'd have to ask him. But I don't know. Maybe Limitless. Who knows?
The fuck does string theory have to do with it?
Let me give you an example. All right.
It has
a lot of the people on the net remember it as Chick-fil-A, C-H-I-C. All right. That's not what I remember. What I remember is C-H-I-K. Okay. So mine took a detour.
What's the order? What's the order?
Chick-fil-A. It's a restaurant. It's spelled C-H-I-C-K now. They merged the two. It's C-H-I-C-K now. They merged the two. But a lot of people say C-H-I-C.
What's the order?
C-H-I-K. Huh? Chick-fil-A. Damn. Google it.
Actually, in my timeline, it was Cuck-filet.
Is it just me that knows that song? Okay.
How do I go from one timeline to another?
What?
How can I go from one timeline to another? How many timelines have you been in?
Dude, as far as I know, only 2. Hopefully.
You can't.
Listen. No. Now, drunk is going to laugh at this, but the fact is that CERN has admitted that they want to investigate timelines. They've admitted they want to investigate portals and shit like that. It's on their website. Go read it. Go read it.
No, it isn't.
Well, this is the best timeline because according to you, me and Simon get together, man.
I did not say that.
You did say that. Didn't he say that, Simon? Did not say that.
That's the other timeline.
I did not say that. Oh, God.
That's the other timeline, Chuck.
This timeline, you said that me and Simon would coerce bodies like this. Yeah, come on.
I just want to say congratulations. Simon is a dreamboat.
Would this be a good time to float Mick Taggart's argument for anti-realism regarding time?
I don't know. What is it? What's he got to say about it?
Well, these kinds of historical inconsistencies and such your reporting are, well, not really very significant because there isn't really time. So there's no past, so to speak, that would be authoritative. Say it's one way or the other.
Wait, I got a good question for Vaughn. Vaughn, in your timeline, do you just disappear, or is there like a replacement Vaughn?
Yeah, the one from our timeline is where he used to be, right, Vaughn?
Yes,
like you swap.
Yes, you would swap.
See, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, Vaughn, because I'm thinking like in your timeline, you had the Dear Andrea, you had the 1977 video, no Vaughn Jr., but I'm not even convinced that Vaughn Jr. is from this timeline per se. But I'm telling you that Dear Andrea video is gone. It's Mandela effect, dude.
It doesn't matter what timeline it is. Vonhelton Jr. is a troll. That's all he is. He's
so Vaughn, in our original Vaughn, is he also insane?
The original Vaughn is probably where I am now. Was probably where I was. Okay. Nobody fully
understands where you're not.
Okay, so you're asking me to explain something that nobody fully understands. Okay, and I can't.
Well, that's because it's nonsense.
Well, you can call it nonsense all you want, but there are billions of people that are believing this. Okay,
But you're a pathological liar.
I'm a pathological liar. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Wait, so the example you used on your channel was that JFK's shooter was the limo driver, and that there were only 4 people present in the car, and now Governor Connolly wasn't there. Now Governor Connolly is there.
No, Governor Connolly was always there because he was the man with the white hat, but he was sitting next to the driver. He was not in the middle, in the pair of middle seats. There was no stretch limo. It was a normal convertible. It was not a stretch limo. It was a normal convertible, and you had Connolly on the passenger front, and you had JFK and his wife in the back, and then you had the driver. The driver turns. You could clearly, well, in my version of Zapruder film, you could clearly see the driver turn.
The driver has to turn the other way. Do it
well,
the other way.
This way then, whatever.
Thank you.
Anyway,
Because
he
that
turns
freaks me
and
out.
fires. You see JFK go back. You see a chunk of skull fly away. He didn't do this shit. That's new. That's something I never saw. And folks, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I've watched the Zapruder film thousands of times.
No.
He did not grab his throat and go forward. He never did that shit. It never fucking happened. All right. In my timeline, the driver turns. He fires. JFK's head goes back. A chunk of skull flies off. Mrs. Kennedy goes, tries to exit the vehicle. The Secret Service puts her back in the vehicle. And it's, but there was no 6 people in the car. There wasn't. No, there wasn't.
When does the timeline switch? When did your timeline switch, and was there a certain feeling to it, or?
I don't know, dude. I wished I knew. This is not my Earth. No. The fucking stars aren't even right in the sky. This can't be my Earth.
But
here's
stars are fine.
Sorry, go ahead, Simon. Simon was trying to say something.
Curious, what do you think is more probable, that this Mandela effect, that you self-admit that no one understands, or that the thing is that someone might understand that you could potentially misremember?
Simon, there are people missing their family members. There's people missing their family members. There's people getting family members that they know they didn't have. I mean, let me give you an example. There's this one chick. She did a YouTube. Her and her husband did a
Just
YouTube
hearsay and rumor. Hearsay and rumor. Gossip.
Well, you know what? Everything is hearsay and rumor. So I mean, what's your point?
Actually, it is.
No, actually, it is. Everything is hearsay and rumor. Everything is out of a book. Okay.
Not really.
Which means everything is hearsay and rumor. Everything
Hearsay
is
and rumor.
Because it all comes out of a book.
No.
Yeah, everything comes out of a book, bro. And somebody wrote that book, which means everything is hearsay and rumor.
No.
Yeah.
Vaughn, you're a Christian at this point?
No, fuck no. I'm a pagan.
What? But you were a Christian for a minute there, right?
No. Where did you get that from?
Well, when the whole Andrea thing was going on, I thought that you said you were a Christian.
I said I would convert if certain conditions were met. Those conditions were never met.
What god do you worship as a pagan?
I don't name them. I call them the gods. I don't have a name for them. I'm trying not to put them in a box, because if you put them in a box, then you limit their ability to help, and I don't want to do that. So I don't.
And it's harder to spin bullshit if you actually get pinned down.
And it also doesn't have any dogma in it either. Wow, what a concept.
Now, Vaughn, I do want to put out something about this Mandela effect I've been thinking about lately, because with this Andreas video kind of disappearing from the face of the earth, there's kind of some implications here, because not that long ago you made video you're going to sue me and Kenny KPZ and a whole bunch of people, and I got thinking, well, what the hell is he going to sue me for? And I was looking for this video. If you're from a different timeline and you're in this timeline, you don't have a foot to stand on. If that video don't exist and none of those things, I don't think he made the video in this timeline. That means your court case is out the window.
He's technically not a citizen of this United States.
Exactly. Well, that's another thing to consider too.
Wow, Vaughn,
he's an illegal alien.
You're an illegal.
Vaughn, if you're from a different timeline, did you know any of us? And if so, how did we change?
Well, this is what I'm saying. I think it's like we're so similar, it's so close, but I think that Kenny from this timeline is not the one that made that video. if that's the case, you have to wait till you get to your timeline again.
All right,
Then you can.
hang on, I will check my hard drive.
Yeah, but I'm asking
Right.
for like initial things. Like he comes into the room, he's like, "Wow, I never noticed that this guy's a fucking asshole."
I think Vaughn is a secret space Muslim.
Vaughn, how did I get on your ban list, and how did Secular get off of your ban list?
And why am I not on your ban list? I've been screwing with him.
Now, Gabe, that is a legitimate question because I truly did not have in my timeline. I did not have you banned. I did not.
That's
But
his
when
answer.
I went and checked.
No reason for Vaughn to ban me. There isn't one. I have never given you any reason.
That's what I'm trying to explain to you. In my timeline, on my Earth, whatever the fuck it is, I don't know what to call it, but whatever it is, in my timeline on my Earth, I didn't have you banned. But when I went and checked, you were banned. Okay,
Yeah, because I haven't done shit
the
to
me
be
from
banned.
here, the me from here banned you for some reason. I don't know why.
Either
But
that or
I did
somebody-
not ban you. I have never banned you.
Because somebody would have had to hack your profile and ban me. Because I have done nothing to be banned.
Exactly. I didn't have you banned. The me in
no
this
way.
reality had you banned.
Yeah, and so why would you take Secular off of your ban list?
I had to get in the room. I had to get in the room. I can't come in the room unless I unban people.
Truly a historic moment.
What?
This is truly a historic moment to be in a room with you and Secular, considering just how at odds you and Secular have been over time.
Yes. Even
Yeah.
in my timeline.
Is that like your answer for anything? Like if
That's what I'm trying to tell you. This shit is real. It's not made up. I'm not pulling this out of my ass. It's real.
I think you are.
You just don't want to. No. What it
you
is,
are.
you don't want to accept it. You don't want to acknowledge
you
the
are
fact
pulling.
that this shit is real and that it's really happening. That's your
Let's
problem.
see it. Oh, Vaughn,
You need to
Vaughn.
get
let's-
over that.
Vaughn,
Because this shit is real.
Vaughn, buddy.
And the
take-
sooner
calm
you
down.
accept it, the
Deep
better.
breath, bud. Deep breaths. Calm down for a minute. If this is real, then what the hell do I care? This timeline's freaking awesome for me.
Vaughn, I think you might be being fucked with by military intelligence assets to a high extent. Could that be a possibility?
Oh, fuck yeah, it could.
Right.
They destroyed my military records. I had to go get them all back again. So yeah, it could.
You have done something to piss people off to an extent to where you're really being fucked with.
Oh fuck yeah. I'm totally against the elites. Rockefeller, Rothschild, Morgan, Carnegie, Vanderbilt, Koch brothers, Soros, all of them. I can't stand their fucking ass.
See, this is what blows my mind. See, this is a picture of Steve, and in my timeline, my video, he ain't 17 there. I don't know if anyone can blow that up and look. That ain't a 17-year-old boy. That's a full-grown
I'm
man.
telling you, he's 17. Okay, trust me. He was a heavy-set guy. No, he was a heavy-set guy. That's probably why he died after high school, is because he was so heavy-set.
Did you know
he was a heavy drinker. He was a heavy drinker. He was heavy-set, and he died, dude. I mean, face it, he did. He died.
Vaughn, were all the elites you mentioned Jews?
Please?
Were all the elites you just mentioned Jews?
Well, they have Jewish-sounding names, but they're not Jews, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to come in here. Okay, and even the Bible points this out. The Bible says that there's going to be, in the last days, there will be people claiming to be Jews, but they're not. They're the synagogue of Satan. That's who these elitists are. Okay, they use Jewish-sounding names because they want everybody to destroy the nation-state of Israel. Because if you destroy the nation-state of Israel, it'll start World War III, and they'll get their rocks off watching people die. Okay, they love that.
The world's gonna end now.
Well, it could.
Are you the ultimate thing that crazy people say? Vaughn, you've just went from like a 5 to like a 10 on the crazy scale.
Well, believe what you want, but you know.
Okay, but you're using the Bible as a historical reference to a present time. It's a document written 2,000, however odd many years ago, but you're using it to justify things 2,000 years later, correct?
Well, it ended up being right, didn't it?
You know, I'm not really sure whether it was right or people created circumstances by which to validate a piece of fiction that was written many years ago.
All right. Let me say this. I will say this. I will say this. All right, the Rockefeller and Rothschild families go back so fucking far we don't even have documentation for it. I will give you
The
that.
Rothschilds are Jews, right?
Well, they have Jewish sounding names. I don't know. Now, I know some of them are not Jews because I did some research a long time ago, and some of them I found out were not Jew. They were their real name was not the name they were using.
Oh, but they're
I
actually Nazi?
I honestly don't remember which family it was. But
Have you heard the term Ashkenazi?
I have, yeah.
The Nazi on the end of that?
Yeah, I've heard of that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard of that. And like I said, you know, pre-World War I, I mean, Jews and Germans, you know, there was a lot of intermingling, supposedly. All right, because that's where you get the term German Jew from.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, there was obviously some kind of, you know, crossover there a long time ago.
In your timeline.
Well, in my timeline, at least, yeah. See, that's the part that really pisses me off about this Mandela shit, man, because if I say something that I remember from my timeline, from my Earth, it might not even be true in this fucking reality.
I'm pretty sure that almost everything you say is not true.
Well, then you're a fucking moron.
I'm like 99% sure that he's just crazy. And we're just furthering his delusions.
Yes, there's millions of people on the Earth, and we're all crazy. That's the answer.
Yeah,
that's the bad answer. That's the only answer you guys can ever fucking give. Why can't you try and be rational and think about this?
Vaughn, I am being rational.
2 million people must be crazy.
Vaughn.
You must be crazy.
Vaughn. I have billions of people on Earth. I would assume, yes, millions would be crazy.
Well, one thing I could suggest is, you know, I don't think there necessarily is something there to be that's referred to as some kind of definite real thing. Rather that there's merely a kind of predictive kind of expectation based on, well, what you see and experience now, and maybe you expect out of others' reactions. And, well,
Nadia, okay, Nadia, how do you explain that I know for a fact I did not have gay banned or blocked?
There's no way. There's no way. I did nothing. I did nothing to be banned by Vaughn, and I think somebody hacked your account, Vaughn. I think your account was hacked.
Well, it's possible, I guess. I don't know.
I just explained it.
Well, there's, you know, a number of different kinds of indicators. They don't all necessarily line up consistently with each other. However, when there's some kind of prediction to make regarding what happens, you know, in the future, if it's deemed there would be any kind of reality to that, you know, it would be, well, basically that whatever kind of estate you had going on Google Plus, you know, is going to follow what you see of Google Plus and not necessarily what you remember. And, you know, as far as what you might expect from others' kinds of reactions to what you say, you know, what you might want to say to them might be more based on, I guess, what might trigger, say, less hostile responses and such. So, I think this kind of estimation, your memory of things being some other way, you know, might not be necessarily the best guide to some kind of thing you might say or do that way. Go ahead.
Might be nice also, Vaughn, is when you yawn out loud like that, you do it, you know, behind your hand, or because it's so rude when someone, the owner of the channel, is talking and you just yawn like that.
I'm tired. What the fuck do you want me to
show
do?
some respect. Who cares about whether you're tired? This is not your
I was
channel.
muted. Damn.
No, we can see you yawning like some goon.
Don't let it get to you, Vaughn. Don't let it get to you, Vaughn.
Oh, please.
This might help if we understand what Palestine is. If you imagine Palestine as a big cake, a very angry Jew is punching this cake to pieces. So, just
Just like happened in the United States of America to the Native Americans.
That's very true. Absolutely. I agree.
Simon, you got to understand that these families, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, Vanderbilt,
You're so
Morgan,
out of date. The Warburgs, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds are small fry compared to the Chinese, the Brazilians, and the Asians. You need to start getting your facts straight.
That's a good question. Hold on, real quick. Hold on.
The Koch brothers.
Gabriel, are the Native Americans Jews?
No. They didn't practice this whole bullshit. They weren't waging a drug war. The drug war was waged against them. Drug war equals Judaism. Yeah. No.
So African tribes also not Jews.
If you don't practice a drug war, you're not a freaking Jew.
What about hillbillies?
What about young Latino Americans and Hispanics?
They're definitely in the deep, dark recesses of a drug war.
What about hillbillies, man?
Drug trade. What do you know?
I think we've got the gist now. I'd just like to point out that Vaughn's list he gives of all these families is outdated to the point of ridiculousness. The people that run the world now are not the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds. It's the Chinese, the Russians.
No, Annabelle.
Yeah. All right, okay. You know what, Gabe? I can actually provide evidence for you, and all you can do is sit there and go, no.
Okay. Annabelle,
stop happening like a loon, please, Vaughn. I'd really appreciate it.
I got you there, but the UN was donated by the Rockefellers. He's correct. The UN was a Rockefeller.
Okay, so you're telling me the Chinese are haven't got the most powerful, the most
No!
I did think that the Chinese were being run by Britain. Yes.
Hold the phone. Are you telling me Beyonce lied to me? I feel good.
Let me say this. I'm going to quote you from Rothschild himself. He said, "I care not who makes the laws, as long as I have the gold."
And when did he say that?
From Rothschild himself.
Who gives a shit what he said? Doesn't matter. You can come out with these ridiculous quotes, but none of you can actually back up your claim.
We still have the Rothschilds in the media. We still have the Rothschilds.
So what?
So they still have power.
No, they're in the media, so they have power. So if I get interviewed on the news, I have power.
Yes.
Oh my God, you're a moron.
Thank you. Do you see Vaughn getting interviewed on the news?
No, of course you don't, because he's got no power.
Right, but how many views has he gotten? You should be able to make a transcendence. You're getting enough fucking clicks.
Seriously, Gabe, are you seriously comparing Vonhelton to somebody in the media? Seriously? He's a nobody. He's got hardly any. He's got a few thousand subs, that's all.
Vonhelton is an internet meme.
Yeah, but he's not. He's the subject of mockery and derision, and he's a joke. That's why.
So are the Rothschilds.
So are the Rothschilds. I haven't, in all my years in dealing with banks, large governments, and working for the IMF, I never once dealt with a Rothschild. Explain that to me.
Who did you deal with?
HSBC.
The IMF.
Shut
Now
up,
we're getting
Vaughn.
somewhere.
Shut up. I dealt with HSBC. I dealt with Citi. I dealt with JP Morgan, Bank of America, Bank of China. You name it. But I didn't deal with the Rothschild.
We know why she's here. Now we know why she's on my ass. Now we get it. Now it all becomes clear.
You didn't see that before, Vaughn?
No offense, sweetheart, but I'm retired. I've got better things to do than worry about some crazy fucking loon on the internet.
You need to get the bigger picture, Vaughn. You need to get the bigger picture.
I got the bigger picture. I mean,
I'm semi-retired. I live on a tiny island off the south coast of England. I don't work.
That explains a whole lot of shit to me.
Come on then, Vonnie. Come on, elaborate. What does it explain, sweetheart?
No, sweetheart. No, I'm not going to elaborate.
No, I didn't think so.
You just keep thinking I'm crazy, okay? Just keep thinking that shit.
I will.
Let's go right on ahead.
I will.
Just keep thinking I'm crazy.
Stuck in your trailer in Podunksville.
Holy government shill, Batman. Oh my God, dude.
So
you've got nothing, nada, zilch. Neither of you have got anything. Neither of you got a thing except, I know what you're doing. I've sussed you out. Yeah, I know what you're doing.
Bitch.
You're a fucking loon. We know you are.
Okay, that's great. But so the history of the IMF is it's an extension of the UN, which created the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund. to create predatory lending practices, which is destabilizing countries all over this planet.
I don't know what the IMF does. I don't need to be lectured on what the IMF does. I'm just pointing out that I had never dealt with a Rothschild in the entire time I was working there.
Gabriel, this is so fucking rich, man. This is so fucking rich. It's great. It's fucking
He's
good.
tapping away like a loon, but he won't explain why.
I appreciate you denying the history of the UN, the IMF.
Hey, Gabe, don't lie, because I had a bit of respect for you.
There's no lying about it. The UN is corrupt, bitch.
I'm talking to Gabe, not to you. If you're going to make stuff up that I've said, then I'm going to lose my respect for you, because
I'm not making stuff up you said.
I haven't discussed what the World Bank do. You are the one that's telling me. I was telling you, if you listen again for the third time, that in the whole time I worked for them, I never spoke to a Rothschild, not once, or dealt with one. They didn't attend our events. I never met one. I never approached any of them to come and talk for us, because they don't come to my meetings.
They pay your salary. They pay your salary.
Yeah. My salary was paid by DMGT. Thank you very much. A publishing company in London. Thank you very much, because I was publishing their newspaper. So sit back down and shut the fuck up.
Dirty money.
Fiat currency. Love that fiat currency, buddy.
You gotta just make it up out of here. Woo, we got billions.
Yep.
You owe me $1 billion, Bob.
You know what I think? I think you two are just jealous because you just
wait,
don't
I'm
have
going to
anything.
print a bunch of it off
I'm
for
beginning
you.
to
How's
work
that?
it out now. The reason why you're so crazy is because you're resentful that you don't have any money.
Nadia, you
resentful about that.
Nadia. You
Where'd you
understand?
put your money then? Where'd you put your money then, Gabe?
Hey, Nadia, I'm trying to talk to you. You understand that when they can print the money as much as they want, that they pretty much control everything, right?
Yeah, well,
if I had enough money, I'd bankrupt the Jews. You think they're gonna fucking give me money? They want to let me have enough money to fucking go publicize a fucking flyer.
Yeah, it's funny how I seem to manage to earn plenty of money though, and lots of other people do in the world, and go
Because
to work.
you weren't
and get
going
paid.
against the establishment, honey.
You're a government shill. They own you.
You two crazy loons are sitting on the internet, not making any impact at all, and you're the ones with the intelligence, right?
Yes, I'm talking to a former IMF agent and having a dialogue. I'm proud of myself. And I'm here with Vonhelton and Secular. Secular, you're a fucking genius. I'm proud to be in this room with all of you, and thank you much for the opportunity. Nadia, very much. Thank you.
This is a crazy man that sleeps on a futon on this floor.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
I'm not
it's monumental.
I understand, but it's the form, and I'm being appreciative.
I'm pissy galore. Sorry, Nadia. Go on, Nadia.
I'm not exactly. I'm not exactly endorsing your views, Gabriel.
I'm not saying that you are. I'm saying I appreciate the forum and the opportunity to hang out with all these fine people.
Right. I'm very impressed that I've now got a new title, IMF agent. I think that's brilliant. Thank you so much.
What do you refer to? No. What do you refer to an IMF? What? How would I refer to that?
Well, you were the one that was giving me the title. I don't know. You tell me.
An agent, a person that worked for this business. If I worked for any business, I would be an agent of that business.
I've never been called an agent in my life. I've been called a manager, a publisher, associate director, a managing director, but I've never been called an agent.
What was your title in the IMF?
Publisher. Publisher!
That was her cover.
Publisher, then.
That was her cover.
Yeah.
Vaughn, this is big time.
Yeah, it's big time.
Yes.
Because it explains why she's constantly on my ass.
Excited? Are you really excited because you've got somebody that worked for the IMF in the room? Is that really exciting you?
Yes, it makes a big
It does. It is.
What are you going to do to me? What are you going to do to me?
Give you a big thank you. I appreciate your
your
time.
This is fucking awesome.
No.
It is awesome.
Excuse me, guys. What are you thanking me for? What have I done for you?
Just being present. I think it's great.
Yep. I think you're
Vaughn,
doing exactly what they want you to do, man, and that's awesome.
So what am I doing?
Smile on Vaughn's face. Look at that smile.
What I'm doing. I want to know what I know it's correct because he's a fucking lunatic. That's why.
It doesn't matter. You gave somebody that level of joy.
I gave somebody. He's going to make a video about it and talk about it because that's all he has to do in his life.
Hey, Annabelle.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You're absolutely right. I am. If that makes Vonnie happy, that he thinks that I'm some kind of secret agent for the IMF, then let him think that.
You're not a secret agent. You're publicly disclosing this, and it's beneficial to us to be hanging out with this class of people, and we're grateful for the opportunity.
But why? You're not telling us why. I want to know
This
why.
totally shatters the glass ceiling,
Hey,
man.
you better show me some respect, Vaughn. You're lucky to be hanging out with me, mate.
You really are, Vaughn. We really are.
Yeah, well, let's not give her a big head, though.
I know exactly what Gabriel's going to do after he's finished here. He's going to shove his dick in that 20-pound vacuum that he's got behind him that says shop. He's going to make a fucking army crawl underneath his sleeping bag, crawl into his mattress that's on the floor and try not to sink through it. And then, come on, I don't know, sleep for another 12 hours and plug your robotic dildo into that extension cord so you can shove it up your ass.
That's awesome, Simon.
I still don't understand why these two are getting so overly emotional about me. It's hilarious.
It's because we're approaching.
Listen, hey Vaughn, are you implying that? Implying that kind of conspiracy?
Show live on camera? Fuck yes, that's awesome. Fuck
Epic.
Yes.
We are approaching the crazy singularity.
We are in the singular.
Are you saying that she is she part of a government conspiracy against you?
I
Yes.
just want to know why I'm just still curious.
Oh, now you're fully insane.
Okay, whoever's talking, their mic is terrible.
Yeah, it's drunk. Dude, your annoying factor just went up like 110%. Your internet's like kind of...
And it was already at 50.
Yeah.
Annabelle, let me explain it to you. You participated with an agency that created predatory lending practices and has destabilized 90% of this fucking planet. To the point of starvation. You Jewed them all. You Jewed them all.
Right.
Out of shit that you created out of fucking thin air.
Yeah, I did all that. I did, yeah.
You're a part of that industry.
Yeah, I did. I did all of that. I'm completely to blame.
You are a part of the group that the business practices that did this. Are you unfamiliar with this?
I'm totally unfamiliar. I have no idea what I was doing there most of the time. I just wandered around like a dumb blonde.
She has now wait a minute. Now wait a minute, Gabriel. We have to give her the benefit of the doubt because she does have plausible deniability because she's probably been compartmentalized.
Well put. Well put. Okay. Right. Sure.
I'd say she probably has. All she claims to be is a lowly reporter. Okay, so she's
no, excuse me, no, don't misrepresent me. I did not say reporter. I very clearly, and I will say this again another time so that it sinks into the little ears of you crazy people, I was a publisher.
So Vaughn, you're suggesting she doesn't understand how the IMF is working to destabilize whole nations?
I don't think she did. I think she was put in a fucking cubicle somewhere.
Okay, who's got the echo? Who's got the echo?
Got a hold of any sensitive documentation whatsoever.
Well, of course I didn't. I never claimed to have. You're the crazies that are claiming that I'm a fucking agent, not me.
This is open history.
However,
right, okay. Do you want to make your minds up how important that you think I am? Why don't you do that first?
Yeah, because
start with how important I am, and then get back to it.
Outspoken against the World Bank and the IMF. I mean, as secular, he knows. I speak out against the World Bank and the IMF all the fucking time.
Never heard you speak out once against them.
She is a member of the IMF in this fucking chat room. That is fucking epic.
Epic.
Vonhelton, didn't you even have a chance to have some of that dirty Rothschild money, but you were the better man and turned it down, didn't you?
Years and years and years ago, yes. I could have went down that path. I chose not to.
And Secular, having you around as well, you are some weird, crazy expert of information that is amazing, don't you think, Vaughn? The way he can just...
I'm sorry. Did you just call secular crazy?
Secular is clearly the crazy one here.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, that's not what I said at all. I said he was an expert in information in regards to both Vaughn and I.
Oh, sorry.
You said, and I quote, you said some weird, crazy, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean crazy as I meant like...
literally, Gabe.
So am I important or not? Because I can't, you changed your mind, then you went back. Which is it?
You're still a government shill, babe. You ain't getting out of that one.
Okay, no, I'm quite happy. I think it's fucking hilarious.
I think, no, what's hilarious is that somebody like me that has spoke out against the World Bank and the IMF for
somebody
years,
like you that's never done a day's work in his life. Yeah, I know.
IMF, and you're here? Yeah, that couldn't possibly,
somebody like you that sponges off welfare and has to get his mummy to look after his kids. Yeah, okay, whatever.
No way that's a coincidence. No fucking way in hell.
If you worry about the World Bank while your kids are starving, I get it. Yeah, right.
The odds of that happening are 1 billion to 1.
Let me tell you, Annabelle, the whole monetary system is a fiction created to keep certain people poor and certain people rich.
Correct.
Now, if Vaughn and I get together and we create a World Bank and start saying, well, your fucking paper is worthless, we're going to shove our rifles up your ass, not the Queen directly, but her proxy agent says as the USA or...
Wait, are you saying the Queen's a Jew?
Yeah. Oh my God, Simon, you've not... The Queen runs the world, don't you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody's a Jew. Everybody's a Jew.
And Simon, you're dealing with uber crazy here. Remember?
Let's go back to the beginning. Judaism is class-based theology.
Leaders empowered and locked up in the Tower of London right now.
Yes, London, tribe of Dan, London, the serpent.
No, it's London, darling, London.
London?
London, you can change Dan into Dan.
It's spelled London, just so you know.
Yes, we know how to
London and the tribe of Dan.
Annabelle.
Yeah, well, you can make up whatever little fantasy tale you want, but it's actually spelled London.
Nonetheless, it's the tribe of Dan.
Sure it is. Whatever.
What?
Look at their crest.
Just because his accent forces him to say
Yeah,
Dan.
do some research on their crest.
Yeah.
I have no interest in doing research on batshit crazy stories by a couple of loons that no one's ever heard of on the internet.
Look up their crest, Annabelle, and find out the origin.
No, I just said, and I repeat, I've got no intention of wasting my time looking up batshit
crazy. You ain't got no interest in doing
lunatics on the internet.
Why are you moving your gun?
Annabelle, this guy has to be trolling, man.
No, now I know why I was blocked, Vaughn. Do you see?
Apparently not. I've been told that he is completely legit, that he completely thinks these things. It's hilarious.
He needs to go to where are you from, Gabriel?
I'm right around the corner from Vaughn. I'm in Bloomington, Indiana.
Oh, right, cool. Maybe you should invest in some healthcare. I know it's more expensive
so I could get put on some drugs.
No, just speak to someone about something. Maybe.
See, there we go. Everybody's crazy if they don't fall.
No. You are crazy, and so is Jay. Not everybody.
You're crazy.
I'm pretty sure he's convinced that I'm pretty sure.
I'd like you to tell me how many times you've stood outside the World Bank building and protested, Gabe.
Yeah.
In my own way, 1,000. I do the local to
global
thing.
I asked you a question, Gabe. Please don't tell talkies. How many
I'm telling you one.
No, the answer is you haven't ever, have you, Gabe?
I don't have the access or the ability, hon.
You're making a massive impact, Gabe.
Wait a minute, Annabelle.
Against the World Bank. The pair of you are.
Wait, Annabelle.
Laughing at you.
Wait, Annabelle.
Yeah,
wait, Annabelle.
Such a great
Secular
impact.
just showed a picture of him behind a podium talking to a group of people.
Yes, that's public access.
So obviously he has been out in public.
Thousands of times.
If you've got pictures of somebody doing something out in the public, they've obviously been out in the public.
Annabelle, you're trying to.
Behind a podium does not mean.
Trolling again. Look at that.
How am I trolling? How the fuck am I trolling? How the fuck am I trolling? Answer my question. How the fuck am I trolling? How the fuck am I trolling?
Annabelle,
That's right. Run away, little man.
You're trying to reason with someone that believes that our queen dresses up in BDSM.
No, I'm not trying to. Simon, please don't lecture me on what I'm trying to do. I don't appreciate when you do this. You know I don't. I've been dealing with Vaughn for 2 years. I know what I'm dealing with. I don't need a lecture.
This man's insane. He's either insane.
I know.
You know what's even funnier? We brought this on ourselves by wanting him in here so bad.
I didn't want him in here. He demanded to come in here. Everyone was making an effort to get him in here. I didn't want him in here.
I know. We brought this on ourselves, guys.
Yeah, look at this coincidence. I love this coincidence.
We
all
love
right?
it. Really good one.
I know you're going to call it a coincidence.
Isn't it? I'll tell you what's even funnier.
I know in advance that you're going to call it a coincidence. Okay?
I tell you what's even funnier.
All right. Secular.
I tell you what's even funnier is that he has not worked out in the time that he's known me. He has not worked out in the time he's known me that I worked at the IMF. He doesn't know.
Paid government shill.
Doesn't know. He's not worked out in all that time.
She won't let me speak because she's a paid
in all
government
that
shill.
time,
She's here to do a job.
Way above government shill, Vaughn. Way above government shill.
In all that time, he hadn't worked out. He wasn't interested, and he found out, and now he's all excited. Isn't it lovely?
I'm extremely excited, sweetheart.
Fantastic.
But I want to know. You two guys are literally having an orgasm, but you can't tell me why.
Because you are the part of the group that creates predatory lending practices.
I understand it, but what are you going to do with that information?
Just sit in your glory, bask in your glory.
They're gonna do nothing but laugh.
Because you work in finance, is that the issue here?
No, Simon. It's
Simon, she outed herself. She outed herself, Simon.
I will explain it. I don't need your help to describe what I did for a living. I don't need your help to describe what I did for a living. I was a publisher.
Your country, destabilize it, and then offer you predatory lending practices.
Yes,
that
we
would
know.
be what she does.
Hey, do you need to say that again a couple of times to make yourself feel better, or is that the last time you're going to say it? Because we've heard it about 15 times now. Right. Anyway, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by the mental fucking midget, I would like to tell Simon that I used to work for the IMF, World Bank, and the World Economic Forum. I published the newspaper for the IMF, World Bank. I published a magazine for the World Economic Forum. So that was what I've done, and this has sent them into apoplectic orgasm because they think they're in the presence of an IMF agent, as in, I don't know, some kind of spy. I don't know what they think I am.
It can make sense now, Annabelle, because clearly you would want to keep tabs on someone that could be disrupting your...
Oh, I definitely want to keep tabs on Vaughn. He's the funniest thing on the internet.
He is. Vaughn, you're the best.
I beg to differ.
He's comedy fucking gold.
You are comedy gold, and next to Montegraph, there may be none other.
He's funny, but not in a funny way.
It's more of a sad way after a while.
A lot of people don't understand. A lot of people don't understand why people talk to Vaughn because he's such an idiot. But it is funny.
Yeah, it's kind of like sad funny and.
Yeah.
It's kind of how I feel about Drunk on the Porch.
Well, I admit that. Like, Vaughn won't admit it, but I'll admit it. I'm sad funny. Like, at first I'm funny, but then the more you find out, you're like, God, this guy's a mess.
All right. Let's see. All right. So, the IMF and the World Bank bilking people out of billions of dollars.
Trillion.
And that's supposed to be funny, guys? Really?
It's hilarious. You're crazy, Vaughn. It doesn't matter because you're crazy.
Let's get this straight.
You guys on record saying that the things me and Dave talked about are funny. Okay? So people getting bilked out of billions of dollars is funny. People losing their homes is funny. People losing their jobs is funny. People ending up in poverty and living in a cardboard box is funny. The veterans getting abused is funny. All of that shit is funny to you? Really?
Yeah, let's laugh about that right now, guys. It's so funny, right? Yeah, see, it's funny.
It's hilarious.
It's just impossible trying to talk to him. But I didn't laugh about the issues that the World Bank, IMF caused. I was laughing at how stupid, idiotic, and quite frankly thick Vaughn is. That's all.
For the record, same here. It's just
It's like, this is what these goons do. They turn everything around and put words into your mouth because it makes them feel better about their own shitty lives.
Simon, are you ordering a pizza?
We don't know, but he's not talking to us.
Alrighty.
Maybe he's ordering a hooker.
You know what?
Oh, no, he's fine.
Simon
is mine.
I didn't know they had pizza in Scotland.
Can't hear you, Vaughn.
I'm telling you for a fact, Gabe, I did not know she was a government shill until she fucking did.
How? How could you not know that?
I just thought she was an asshole. I just thought she was on my ass because she wanted to be. I didn't know she was a fucking paid government shill. I had no idea.
Because you're a fucking idiot and you make me laugh.
Annabelle, why didn't you tell Vaughn you were an agent of the IMF?
Being on your ass? I thought you were a man that would enjoy a good pegging.
You know, she wasn't even hiding the fact that she had that job. Like, I knew she had that job, and like,
I didn't know. I had no idea.
Did you ever ask her? So, what did you do for a living?
I just thought she was an asshole. I didn't know.
Did you ever ask her what did you do for a living? Did you ever ask her, Vaughn? Because I'm pretty sure if you did, she would say, "Oh yeah, I published the newspaper and magazine." Like, I don't think she's
No, wait a minute, guys. Come on, seriously. If somebody was a member of a world organization, you don't find that interesting? You don't find that?
You do realize that the world, there's thousands, maybe millions of people part of this. You know, if you find someone from the mailroom of this organization, are you going to freak out too?
Maybe.
Oh my God, you're a paid government shill because you delivered the mail in the building. Like,
well,
that's
you're
what
forgetting something, Drunk.
Right now.
The part that you're forgetting, Drunk, is that I have been outspoken against the World Bank and the IMF.
It doesn't fucking matter.
Somebody shows up out of nowhere. Come on, man.
You're out of nowhere.
Even you ain't that fucking drunk.
Yeah, you need to understand though that the mailmen are a misogynist breeds. They're very rare, and they don't just deliver mail; they deliver home explosives and spying equipment. So, yeah.
It's funny because you're comparing somebody that destabilizes whole countries into starvation and warfare, taking over their internal infrastructure through just bullshit fiat, and comparing it to a mailman who might deliver
You're comparing it to a publisher. You're comparing it to a publisher, someone who literally goes.
Somebody that's part of a world organization.
If you just came across what you said there can be applied to a lot of like professions in politics or media.
No,
so if you see
he's right.
Yeah, so if you've seen someone that does the lighting or something like that on a media show, they could say that you're a corporate shell that's working for the media industry, trying to destroy the world.
All right.
Simon.
Someone like Ocean, for example.
Now I work training people. Now, my factory does something shitty. Are you guys going to come on here and be like, "You did something shitty"?
No.
Yeah, I will. I will. Yes, I will.
All right, Simon. Let me try to put this in perspective for you, okay? Let's say you're outspoken against the color purple. All right.
Well, you seem outspoken against literally everything.
You have a distinct hatred for the colored purple. All right. And then somebody who makes the color purple suddenly shows up in a chat room and starts attacking you. Now, is that a coincidence? Is that something that, I pulled out of my ass one day? I mean,
World's dumbest analogy.
I want to play devil's advocate on this and just quickly point out, just for reference, I believe Gus has pointed out he's worked with unions before, and I think you've been outspoken about unions in the past too, Vonhelton. So
right, but the unions in Canada and the unions in the United States are not necessarily congruent.
Well, listen.
This is a whole different kettle of fish.
They're all connected to the Jewish conspiracy,
Yes, IMF and World Bank are the Jews, dude. God.
Now, when Vonhelton, when you say that you hate the color purple, do you mean the color which is purple or the color purple? The movie?
Oh, for fuck's sake, Seth!
Purple denotes royalty. That's why Jesus is depicted with a purple robe, because Julius Caesar is of the purple.
Yes, purple and red were the two.
Because Roman art.
Do you hate Jimi Hendrix because he wrote Purple Haze?
I do use manic depression on my chat room thing with secular opinion. Now, secular, not to demean your position, but I find you to be a government shill. What Annabelle is a government power broker. The lighting person would play a role in lighting up a Hollywood stage with the Kardashians, etc., in propagating psychological warfare on the same realm as Sir Paul McCartney, in the same fashion that Sir George Bush would run the USA on behalf of the IMF, that the Rockefellers donated land, same way they donated the 9/11 attacks, which is a 9/11 Jewish.
Did you say they donated the 9/11 attacks?
Yes.
Is pornography a Jewish conspiracy?
Some would say.
I have a interesting one. I used to work for a company that manufactured and sold equipment to the Third Reich that was used relatively instrumentally to facilitate the Holocaust.
Nadia's a Nazi?
Well, I worked for a company that.
I'm just trying to continue. I'm just trying to get them amped up.
Are you saying you worked for IBM?
Boom!
I'm not going to name the company.
It's funny how we invite these people in just to poke them with a stick and see what happens.
But what he's saying is that IBM manufactured in shit for Nazi Germany. An American company created Nazi Germany.
And Henry Ford supported Adolf Hitler.
And Henry Ford helped create Nazi Germany. And the Bush family is Nazi Germany. And the Bush family...
Prescott Bush.
And the Bush family runs the USA. And
Well,
the
hang
Bush
on.
family...
You're an anti-Semitic conspiracy theorist, right? And the equipment the company sold to the Third Reich was used to exterminate the Jews. So,
but
I'm
here's
not
the
against
catch.
Semites. I'm not
Here's
against
the catch.
Semites.
Here's the catch, though, Gabe, because Hitler and the Nazis were Jews, right?
Hitler is a Jew. Aryans are Jews. Hitler was a British agent of the Crown.
That's how it, yeah. So you think the Holocaust was probably staged, right? Because it wasn't Jews killing Jews.
If you were killed in the Holocaust, you're not a fucking Jew. A Jew sits in a nice house, is a part of banking. It's a class-based fucking theology. How many times do I have to say it? If you're a Royale, you're a Jew. If you're a Nobel, you're a Jew. Cult of Babylon.
So what you're saying is if I find a rich Jewish person who died in the Holocaust, it pretty much destroys everything you're saying.
Yes, and the 120,000 Jews that were enlisted in the Nazi Party would also destroy that. And the fact that Goering, Goebbels, all have Jewish family ties, and when you say Germany, as Vaughn would tell you, you're probably a fucking Jew. Because the Nobels and the royalty have been doing their shit there since Windsor, Saxo, Coburg, Gotha, Tribe of Dan, London, Seat of Dan, Battle Crests, etc.
What was this about L?
All right, folks, so this is just past the halfway mark, and it just keeps getting nuttier and nuttier. I think Holocaust denial is probably a good spot to maybe end it for tonight. We're just past the 3-hour mark, so I think that's a good spot. We'll save this for another day because there's more to go. There's more to dig through, folks. I want to thank you all for joining me tonight on this ride through the Weirdo Wonderland. Where it leads us, we never quite know. But, yeah, we're just over 3 hours. I think that's good. I don't want to spoil you. We'll pull it out next week, and we'll finish this up. But so that's Gabe Riviera, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just meeting him. Maybe we'll get him on the show sometime. And, yeah, this Tuesday, 5 p.m., Bite Size Cobra. He's supposed to come on. We're going to have a little hangout, do some King Cobra kind of stuff. So if that's your thing, Come on over, folks. Please join the trolls, haters, and naysayers over on MeWe. And, of course, Discord. If anyone wants to bang around, I'll go over there and hang out for a little bit. It is 2:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, folks. Be good to each other. And until next time, have a good day and a better tomorrow. Later, folks. Folks.